Ohio says go live because he's almost at work. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. I run this fucking chat.
You do.
Get that shit.
You invented it. Well, technically not this chat. See, this is Saturday night chat.
Right. This is Saturday night. Yeah.
Doink.
No, I can't even doink. It's not Friday night.
It's a kerplunk.
I'm filling in because Stevie's doing work on his house. Hey, prep for it. I sent you a link. Okay. Yeah, so how those crabs do in Ohio? Ohio has crabs. Listen, I'm really sorry to hear about all that.
No, I don't have them anymore. It was just I was telling last night a little story, and that was the third time that I got them.
Some things I guess I'm glad I didn't. Anywho.
Then he went back a fourth time and seen her again.
Right.
No doubt. Sounds like Ohio. Anyways, listen, it's Saturday night. I couldn't do a chat last night. So Gearfield, and tonight Stevie's not doing a chat. He's working on his house, but he's gonna be listening in. Hopefully he'll stop in when it's come on the panel. He's doing some drywalling. So I figured, well, I'll do one here now. Stump Greenwood, where the hell you been?
What up, Stump?
How the hell you been? And it's great to see you.
Hey, Stump.
Great to see you, Stump. Stump, you gonna be around a while? You wanna? Can I send you a link? You want to come on just to say hi, make fun of Gear, make fun of Ohio. Don't make fun of me though, because I'm sensitive.
Yeah, you are sensitive.
You know, I'm a little sissy ass when it comes to being sensitive. Hey, I finally got my cold weather. It's been frigid here. The ice is nice and thick. I know you've been working, bro. That's why I don't know what time to text you. You know, because I feel as though I don't want to bother you while you're driving or whatever, you know.
Yeah, we don't need no texting and driving or people chatting. Never mind.
Well, he works a lot. That's where he's working a lot. That's so I don't get to see him a lot, you know.
That's the problem. When you like to eat, you have to work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Gunpowder Beauty, hurry up and get in here, will you?
Hey, Gunpowder Beauty. Hey, Donkey.
Swamp Donkey, how are you? I'll do a rundown in a minute, but anyway, Stump, you know the rules. You want on, you just say, Mikey, shoot me a link.
I don't know why you're
like
not
I said,
up here. I sent you the link. I swear I sent you the link.
But no, I won't text him while I was at work because I feel bad. You know what I mean? Although I did a couple times.
You could always text him. It's up to him whether or not he wants to.
Right, I did. Stuck at the house, had to walk down the hill to the grocery store because the cars are officially stuck until we defrost. Okay, so if you're stuck at the house, then there's no excuse why you're not on the internet. So get on the internet and get in here.
Oh, Stump, if you guys are, you just need to get the garden hose out and spray some water on it. It'll go away.
All right, sounds good. That sounds good, Stump. We'll be here.
Right, Mikey?
What, bud?
When you live on a hill like that and it gets frozen up, you just got to take the water hose out and squirt some water on it. It'll go away.
You're going to grow a set of goddamn balls. Get down the goddamn hill sideways if you have to. Jesus Christ, it's only going to hurt for a minute.
Getting down the hill's not the problem. Getting back up's the problem.
You know, these people are afraid of a little bit of snow and ice.
My dad, man, he was gonna. I knew he wanted to whip my ass so bad, but
Yeah, well, Jess is going to do the same thing. She just said, "Shut your mouth, Ohio."
we got some snow one time, and we lived up on a hill, and for some reason, me and my buddies thought it'd be a good idea because we used to sled down our driveway, and it had some turns in it and stuff, and we thought it'd be a good idea if one person rode the sled on facing forward.
Yep.
The other person faced backwards with a jug of water and poured water on it as we went down. You know, made it slicker, so we could ride the sleds faster. And it was cool. It was fun until my dad came home about 5 o'clock, trying to get up the driveway. Man, he was pissed.
Yeah, probably. I mean, really.
He said, I mean, it was under one of those. Man, he wanted to whip my ass so bad, but he restrained. It was one of those. When in the history of man, do you think anyone has ever thought that was a good fucking idea? One of those talks.
So
that grit in the teeth.
I'm driving with this kid. Now, he's not a kid, first of all. He's 2 years older than me. And I trained him at my last job because we worked together at my last job. And I'm going down a hill. He's doing one of these in the passenger seat. I go, what is your problem? There's so much snow on the roads. Oh, my God, we're going to slide. Stop. No, we're not. Watch. You ready? Boom. I call it Little Jake. It's not like a big one on the semis. So I put the Little Jake on and hit the button on the shifter. I put it in freaking low. Oh, goes right down. He goes, yeah, but you get down the bottom of the hill, you have to hit the brake. I go, why do you drive a fucking vehicle? Seriously, like, you lived in friggin' Massachusetts your whole life. And you don't know how to drive in the snow? Fucking people kill me.
That's like when I had a rear-wheel drive car, driving in the snow and stuff, I'd stick it in neutral when I come to hit my brakes. And they would always, somebody would say, why you put it in neutral when you hit your brakes at a light or whatever? I said, because when you're in an automatic car, your tires will want to continue to spin the whole time.
Right.
Even though you got the brake on, they want to spin because they're in gear.
Right.
I said, and that's what causes your ass end to go around to the side when you're hitting your brakes because your tires still want to spin and you're trying to slow them down. Then you know.
Well, it's like I was telling my daughter today. She was driving, right? And you know when you get on the edge of the road and the edge of the road has a lip on it like this big?
Yeah, it sucks you down.
And there's loose snow in there. I told her, you never want to drive the edge of the road in the winter, ever, 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 ever. If you have to stop, just stop. But don't drive the edge of the road. She says, why? I said, I'll show you. So I purposely hit the edge of the road. Dad! I go, see, that's what will happen to you if you hit the edge of the road. She says, why would you do that? It's just to show you what will happen. But we could have hit we weren't going to hit nothing.
A lot of times what happens when someone goes off the right side of the road, hits the edge, and then they hit that gravel or whatever, they panic and they overcorrect and they end up pulling the wheel too hard to the left, and then they spin out.
You spin out. Way. Exactly. That's what I tried to tell her. All right, let me do a quick rundown here because I didn't do one. P2E's here tonight, Ohio. And he says, fuck you, haha, JK. JFK? I don't know what that is.
Just kidding. JK.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
But he spelled he spelled fuck wrong.
Did he put like a star or something in there?
No, he put FUK.
Oh, because if you spell it right, and the YouTube censors will see it, they won't publish your comment.
No, I like it better than what I replied to him. Typical Jersey guy can't spell for shit. Anyways, he's with us again on a Friday night. How are you, brother? Prep for it's here. She better get on the panel. Oh, yeah, she can't get on the panel. This might be an all-guy panel tonight.
You're about to be a 2-guy panel here shortly.
Prep Broad's with us tonight, ladies and gents. G-Trap was with us, ladies and gents. G, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Hope things are well. And as you guys know, I was chatting with him earlier. Stump Greenwood of the SC kind is with us tonight. Glad to see Stumper around, as always. Miss Gunpowder Beauty's out there. She's got to wait for her, what do you call it, to kick in. Swamp Donkey, 5:30. What's up, Swamper?
She gotta wait for a volume to kick in before she can get on the chat.
No, she's gotta charge her phone.
Oh.
MCK, what's in the house tonight, ladies and gents? MC, how are you? And last and never the least, we have the historian for the Quagmire chat, ladies and gents. Although this is not a Quagmire tonight. This is just a chat getting. Did anybody notice the title? Anybody? Can anybody? No, nobody noticed the title.
I didn't see it on YouTube.
Baby, it's cold outside.
You know the song you can't sing no more? You know the Tony Bennett song you can't sing anymore?
Yeah, you can't sing that no more, but hey, it's okay if we sing about a wet ass pussy.
Right. Or the colored girls go doot 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 doot. You know what I mean?
That's old though, man. That's
I'm surprised it's still on there.
Yeah, they've still played that on the radio here. Little Lou Reed, take a walk on the wild side.
But anyway.
Get a bucket and a mop.
Gear Grind 19, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us here tonight. So.
Y'all having a good one?
I hope I didn't miss anybody. But anyways. Yeah, so that's it is cold. And it's cold outside, and I love it. And now we're getting more snow.
And we want to say congratulations to the 2-time impeachment champ, Donald Trump.
There you go. 2-time impeachment champ. Nancy Pelosi, 0 for 2.
0 for 2.
We got Tony Bennett, poor bastard. He's got Alzheimer's.
Does he really?
Yeah. I just found out. I was talking to Gear before we came on. The guy from Alaskan Bush people died.
Are you there, Gear?
Yeah. Mike froze up.
I was going to say that was weird. So what do you want to talk about, Gear?
Before he started, he had to do an update. Then he said his computer said something about fix something. Hey, Testicle.
Tess. What's up?
Tried to show their message, but it's not in my chat.
I think Mikey's still running off that Obama internet.
Freezing cold here too. Not sure what it is, but I know it's cold.
Yeah,
I guess it's 4 degrees here.
Actually, I got a screenshot that I laughed my ass off at.
Jesus Christ. We keep getting
next week, our temperatures here, the screenshot, it was like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like the
Yep.
7-day forecast. The actual numbers, the temperatures cracked me up. And I started laughing. My wife said, "What are you laughing at?" I'm looking at the temperatures. She's like, "I know it's going to be cold." But it was actually 867
5309.
5309 was our temperatures on it.
Yeah, Stevie's cold out in Michigan. It's cold here. It got down. I think it was like the last 2 nights. It was like 8 degrees when I got up in the morning. It
Our
was
low
chilly.
for tonight's supposed to be -1.
Nice.
The high for Sunday is 2 degrees and the low is -4. Then
That's
Monday
awesome.
is 4 for the high and -7 for the low.
Why do you have colder
That's
weather than
crazy. It's
me?
cold for you guys, man.
Why do you have colder weather than me? We're in the
Guess
Northeast.
Gunpowder
Me,
Beauty,
Michigan, Ohio. I mean, holy shit.
Gunpowder Beauty brought it down with her. So we're blaming anyways.
3 to
Yeah.
6 inches of snow and ice Monday through Tuesday. You want to swatch? You want to swap?
That's all
We're
you guys.
supposed to.
You guys probably get more than that, dude, because they're calling for like 11 inches here on Sunday night.
Sunday into Monday, we're supposed to get up to 6 inches. Then Wednesday into Thursday, we're supposed to get up to another 6 inches.
Well, Tuesday I have an 85%, 87% chance of freezing rain.
Well, see, our thing is if that lake isn't frozen, if Lake Erie isn't frozen, we get that lake effect snow, and that shit sucks because it just, you can't.
Dumps on you.
Yeah, but you can't forecast it. You don't know
Right.
what's going to happen.
Right. It's like mountain effect snow. Right. I'm
Hey,
traveling up in the
Steve.
White Mountains. I'm traveling up in the White Mountains and fucking it's like a blizzard. You know? It sucks.
Is that an offer, Gunpowder?
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
but
what was I doing? I was looking up how cold it's supposed to be for next week. So
What was her offer, Gear?
Oh, she said F you, Gear. Then she
Oh.
said, shut your mouth, Gear. I ran away from that crap. I didn't bring it here.
wow, Friday's supposed to be 41, but it's gonna snow. How do you figure that? It'll probably wind up raining.
Right.
Supposed to be 35 here on Friday and 41 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Our water might thaw out then.
Well, see, that's why. This is why it's freezing rain, because it's so fucking warm. It's going to be 35 degrees on Tuesday, but then the low of 10. And then Wednesday it's going to be 28 with the low of 5. Then next Monday it's going to be 40. So here comes spring, you bitches. Anyways, at least I got to go ice fishing once. I'm happy. And no, I didn't do a video. Sorry, folks.
Did you go locally or did you go up
Yeah.
to Maine? Or
No, I went locally. Brian wants me to head up there with him. That's a weekend. That's an overnighter. Because he's about 6 hours, 5 hours away, 4 hours away. I'm not doing that day.
All right, Mikey, I got to go in, so we'll see how. I'll probably be in the side chat. If nothing's going on, I might jump back in.
All right, we ain't going nowhere.
All right, later.
Later.
have fun.
That's a long. I mean, it's just a long time to go for the day. If I want to get there early, I have to leave here at like 3 a.m. You know.
Make for
Leave
a
there
long
4 a.m.
day.
Absolutely make for a long day. You know. But I don't know why you guys she's getting 10 to 4 inches of snow by Monday. Why aren't I getting it? You guys suck. How does Southerners get snow and not me?
If I could send it your way, I would.
Please do.
As long as you send that 35-degree weather my way. That reminds me, I need to fill the bathtub up with water.
All right, I'll bite. Why?
In case the water freezes up.
Yeah.
This old house, the ain't insulated, isn't
Gotcha.
isn't insulated worth a heck.
Yeah, you got snow outside?
There's what I call half a dusting out there.
All right, no. We haven't had enough snow, Philly. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Most of our ice has melted off. I went to Lowe's and bought can't think of what it's called, but the salt was like $15 a bag, 50-pound bag. Good stuff.
Really? Cool. That rock salt shit.
Yeah.
Worst stuff in the world for fucking concrete, by the way.
Well, this is supposed to be
if it's white, it's calcium.
This is purple.
Oh.
It's supposed to be concrete and nature friendly or something like that.
Jezzo, what's up, kid? Where the hell you been? Good to see you, my friend.
He's got something to tell you if he didn't already.
Who? Jerry? Jezzo, what do you got to tell me, kid?
He's going to tell you last night, but you never showed up.
He hit the fucking lottery. Watch this. You hit the lottery and you buy me 100 acres of land up in Maine? Okay, cool. Thanks. Moose Permanent app's open this week. They opened or they open? So you tell me I should probably do it now, right? Stump says that purple stuff's made from taters. Your wife, you and your wife put in last night, all right? What do you call it to you, Jerry? What zone? Well, what zone do you and your wife hunt usually call in, and I'll put that one in too. $17, right? No, 17's Harmony. You're on the other side. Yeah, anyways, get back to the rock salt shit. I kept telling my neighbor years ago, stop putting salt in your stairs. You're ruining your stairs. You have to buy them like next year or something. And Mike, I'll be all right. And they walked out their stairs in the spring. And I said, what's the matter? Well, the wife went out this morning to get the mail. She was barefoot. She stepped on the friggin' concrete. Look at the steps. There's steps. The concrete form stairs. It's all pitted. I goes, it's all pitted from your fucking salt, you idiot. I've been telling you this for years. Stop doing it. What the fuck am I going to do now? Just cover it with wood. Or have them pulled out and put another set in. Tenon's the one my wife got her bull in, and I got my cow. Okay, but which one do you want me to put in for, silly? Because I can't be going to Canada. 2 is a rooster, isn't it? I know you live in 17. But if I put in for that, am I going to have a place to stay? Dude, the hitting the moose lottery is like, that's why they call it a lottery. It's like hitting a lottery. I'd walk around like this for a week if I hit that moose lottery. But that's just me. Hopefully, with any luck. How's your internet tonight, Jezzo? Yes, it's only a 2.5 hour ride from you, and you're a fucking 4-hour ride for me.
The salt rock I have is called Hot Rock Eco Guard Eco Smart Technology.
And it works good?
Says 4 times less corrosive, uses 25% less product, enhanced with liquid deicer.
Okay.
But yeah, worked pretty good.
Ooh,
Melted the ice, and there's still plenty of it on the sidewalk.
Okay. What do you mean? So stay here. Don't know. It's been buffering. All right. I won't send you a link then, because if I send you a link and you're buffering, you're gonna have because I keep getting kicked out too. So, all right.
You don't know if you don't try it.
Because the last 2 times we tried getting Jerry on, he couldn't get on.
Kind of like getting married before. Never mind.
Yeah, kind of like getting laid before you get married. Yes, same thing. I'm sorry, did I just say it on TV? Anyways, you guys, I hope everybody's doing well. And I hope people are doing what they want to do, even if I hope people, you know what I want people to start doing? I want people to start being happy. I want people to start going out and doing whatever they want to do, or, you know what I mean? Like if you can't get it, you know what I'm saying? Just go do it. Because you know what? We ain't getting any fucking younger. So just go, you know?
Yeah.
I'm buying an air gun. I don't care. I'm just, I don't need a fucking queen size fucking bed. Holy shit. Is that Fuller 247? He's been around 100 years, right? Is that the same one I'm thinking about? Mr. Fuller Auto?
Yeah, wish YouTube still had the
I've been sub to him for fucking ever in a week. Got a spare queen. Guy's gonna give me a queen size bed. I don't need a queen size bed. I'll sleep on the fucking tent and be happy. All right, so Jezzo, just write down which one you want me to get. I have to put 7 down. I know, right? Full auto, it's got to be like 10 fucking years I've been watching, right? Yeah. I think that's awesome. See, he's been around forever, and this is what I love about this friggin' YouTube. You know, people have been around here forever. You know, and yeah, you might take a little siesta or something, but you know what? We always seem to come back to square, don't we? I mean, don't we do that in life too? If you think about it, we start here and we seem to, we get things, we do things, we go places, but we always come back to square. You know. That's just me. Side of Mikey that nobody's probably known, but that's how I am. Why don't you ask Stevie? I think Stevie's still in here. Does Stevie have any? But Jezzo, I can't go someplace where I don't have a place to stay. I'm not spending $5,000, $6,000 on a, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this on my own. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, Mr. Full Auto AK-47 Ranger Cookie.
Huh?
Ranger Cookie.
He's been around forever.
Yeah.
10 years. We were just chatting, him and I. 10 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, I've been on YouTube since 2000. Phil put me on YouTube in 2008. He did. Yeah, he camps with Kookie. Gear. Full Auto 47. Yeah, AK-47. Dances with camps with Kookie. Mikey, 4 is only 45-minute drive from here. You are not 45 minutes from Greenville. No friggin' way. Greenville's way further than that from you. No way. Are you serious right now? I could have sworn Greenville 10 starts in Brownville. I just watched a thing today about Brownville. Selling a camp with 86 acres on it, brother. Dude, just tell me I have to put 7 down because that's where I hunt in Rangeley. After I do 7, what numbers do you want me to write down? Where's the wife? I'll just talk to the wife because you don't know what you're doing anyway. Yeah, you'd love him. Jezzo's a good guy. Real good guy.
Yeah. You know? Remember he came on the panel one night?
And he's a NASCAR guy too. Yeah, but you guys never talked NASCAR. He's a NASCAR guy too. You know.
Came on my panel and was in the after chat till I think like 4 a.m.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, guys. You guys screwed me. All right, so put 10 down. All right. So put 7, 10, 4, what? 2? I'll put 7, 10, 4, 2. But anyway,
how does that work? Do you have to pay to enter the lottery, or do you just pay?
Yeah. So, well, you can buy chances. You can buy chances, right?
Yeah.
And each year that you put in, you get points. Okay, and which helps the computer generate your name too.
Yeah.
But anyways, so here's the thing. For a guy like me that lives out of state, all right, it costs $575 for the moose permit. So if they pick me, right? Jerry went up to $575, right? Not because it was $500, and I think it went up to $575. Okay, that's $575 for that. Then for an out-of-state hunting license, it's $120. Okay. Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can you buy chances for as many zones as you want, or is there some?
No, you just buy. You buy. No. So. Oh yeah, I skipped a couple of steps, didn't I? Jerry, text that to me. Please and thank you. So you buy chances. I think they're $10 a whack, right? You don't have to buy a chance. I mean, you can just enter your name. You know the ones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's not for each. It's not for each zone. You're just doing it for the license. The computer generates what zone you're gonna. So you can pick. You can pick like nine or 10 zones, right? With the first, starting with the zone that you want to hunt first. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, I'm putting 7 down first because that's where I hunt deer up in Rangeley. Yeah. Okay, so I'll put 7. Then I'm going to put 10. And all those numbers that Jezzo just wrote down, I'm going to put those down. I'm going to write 7, 10, 11, 2, 4, 5, and from there. All right. Because now if I win, just because let's say they pull my name, right? That doesn't mean I'm going to get that zone. Now I can trade it with somebody, right? I can literally go on Facebook and trade. So if I had like a zone 15 and I don't want a 15, I want a fucking 7, and the guy had a 7, he says, I'll trade you a 15 for a 7. We can legally do that. Okay. Then you got to pay for everything. So like I said, it's $120 for the fucking license, $575 for the permit.
Can you sell your permit?
No. You got to stay somewhere. If I went up and did it out of a fucking outfitter, right? It cost me about $5,000. And that doesn't even count the fuel that it cost me to get up there. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep asking Jerry where he stays. 25. No way. No way. For a week? I already looked into it, bro. Fuck, it's $1,000 just for an out-of-state guy. Don't forget now, Jezzo, for an out-of-state guy. It's almost $1,000 just for the fucking permit in the license. You can trade, but it's a $10 fee to trade. Yeah, I know. I probably should have added that. But anyways, and I'm not going during bow season. That's for sure. Unless Jezzo tells me to. If Jerry tells me to, I have to. Jezzo, when am I going? November or October? You tell me. You're the boss. I'm just a bozo on the bus taking a ride. But anyway, I'm really happy. I always like this time of the year.
I'll be right back.
I'll be here. I always like this time of the year. You ain't picking out the right one, Jerry. I don't know where this freaking lock came from. October or September? No, November. November, brother. Thank you. Tell Brenda I said thank you. I got it. My buddy shot his deer. My buddy's kid. Yeah, deer. My buddy's kid shot his moose 3 days before I shot my deer. I shot my deer November 9th. He shot his on November. He shot his moose on November 6th. Oh, she heard me? All right. Thanks, Brenda. Talk to him, will you, please? So, folks, I'm really hoping that everybody is doing well.
Did you watch John the M.I. Woodsman video today?
I did not.
I guess this summer they're going on a different river for their summer float trip.
Oh yeah.
You see what Ohio put out there?
I did not. All right, Jerry. Main resident permit holders only. It says manage wildlife districts 15 and 16, November 1st through to November 27th. But I shit you not. I'll show you the tag. The kid, that's when the kid shot it. So 1 through 6. Oh, they don't even have 7 this year, Jerry. 1 through 6 is the 27th of September through October 2nd. 10, 11, 18, 19, 27, and 28. Oh, no. They do have a 7. 1 through 14. So the 14th is October 11th through October 16th. All right. It's 9 and minus 21 where G Trapper is. Galen Long died? Ah. That's terrible. That's terrible. I want a moose. I want to. I'll shoot a cow, but you know me. I'd rather shoot a bull. Just saying. Doesn't really, minus 21. Whew. Go get the pot of water, G-Trap. Throw it out the window. Oh, good. That's your birthday. What are you turning? 58? I don't know how. Jerry, Jezzo, I wouldn't lie to you. I swear to God, I shot my moose November 9th in 2015 or 15, and he shot his moose 3 days before I did. So it must have been the late season. See where it says 1 through 6, October 25th through October 30th. Maybe back then it was later. We'll see. Hopefully one of us will get lucky. You could put me down as what do you call it if you wanted to. Yeah, Galen Long, he's a good guy.
I somewhat remember him.
You remember Galen, right?
Yeah. Didn't he used to have a chat? Or
Not
he
to my
was
knowledge.
He's on someone's chat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, I was close. He's 56, the old fuck. Yeah, so, Jerry, that's what I'll do. If I hit your area, if you don't mind me bunking at your place, I'll bunk with you. I only have 2 come-alongs, though, Jerry. That's all I got. I loaned out my 100-foot rope, and it never came back. So I'll have to buy some rope. I got to buy it anyways because I don't have my 100-foot rope. So, all right, prep. All right. I don't know what to call her anymore. Do I call her oily? Do I call her prepping for it? What should I call her?
I still call her oily.
Okay. I know you got a 4x4, but what I'm saying is that if we have to drag this thing out, you're 56. Both of us are in the perfect shape of a brick. And if Brenda stood here, you stood here, and I stood beside you, it'd be the perfect number 100. You know what I mean? But if I'm lucky enough to even get one, and it's in the woods, yeah. You think I'm pulling that thing out of it? Come on. Most places don't even let you use a 4-wheeler or anything.
In all the zones, is there public access or?
Yeah, you can hunt. It's all but you got to go by the rules, right? So Jerry knows the rules more than I do, but you can't use a 4-wheeler to pull your moose out on public land. Yeah, that's right, HRM. You remember Galen too. Yeah, the drunk chats. I remember those.
You can't pull it out, but can you haul it out?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I could quarter it. But I ain't quartering it. Go ahead.
Or can you not use a 4-wheeler at all?
Only on the road. You can't go in the. You can't. I think that's what the rule is. Only on the road, right, Jerry? So they have logging roads up there, right? So you can bring your truck on the logging road. Some of them. Now, where I hunt in Rangeley, that gate's closed. Like my little 130-pound buck. We dragged that thing a mile. So.
How long is moose season up there?
Pardon?
How long is moose season up there?
So moose season, well, it depends what district you're in, but the earliest you can hunt moose in the state of Maine is September 27th through October 2nd. That's the earliest one. Then October 11th through October 16th. Then October 25th through October 30th. And then Maine resident permit holders only in Management District 15 and 16 can hunt October 30th. And then the 15th and 16th, you can also hunt November 1st through the 27th.
Oh, okay. So it's not until
It's only
fall
5 days.
anyways.
Yeah, it's only 5 days of hunting.
Oh.
You know what I mean? At a time. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, guys.
Prep for it / Tasha / Oily.
You really don't have to say the whole thing every time.
Is it Tasha or Tasha?
Tasha. Like Natasha.
Okay.
Natasha.
All right.
Like my daughter's
Oily
Natalia.
Ah.
Yeah. Stevie, come pull it out with your van though.
Oh.
HRM, you can. I've seen it done. You know, with like a 500 pounder, 600 pounder, but it's still the thing comes off the ground, so you gotta weigh it down and stuff.
Is that what I didn't hear what y'all were talking about a while ago? Was it about Galen?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah. Doggone it, I hate that.
He died. The man from Alaskan Bush people died.
Who was that?
You ever watch that TV show, Alaskan Bush People?
Yeah, the
father. Yeah, the father died.
Really? That's sad.
Yeah, but Jezzo, you can't. You on the roads, yeah, but you can't. You can't go in the woods with it. In the woods, right? Because that's what they told us up in Rangeley. When we were hunting deer, they said you can do it from the roadway, but you can't. That's why I bought 2 come-alongs. Listen, I'm fat and old.
Me too.
There's no way I'm dragging. You know. Right on, Gear. See, you're with me. But I mean, I didn't just buy the come-alongs for that. I mean, I bought them for when we work up in New Hampshire at the lot and stuff like that. So it helps cutting trees down with come-alongs. Makes life easier. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Sure, you can. Just don't get caught. No way. I can't do that stuff anymore, Jezzo. But yeah, so, and I'll tell you what, come-alongs are the best goddamn tool. I'm telling you. I got my snowmobile stuck 100 years ago, and this guy says to me, he says, "This is what you need, kid." He's towing like not a snowmobile, but like a
sled.
Yeah, but it's made. It has skis like a snowmobile, windshield, the whole thing, but it's short and it's got a bench seat in it. It's for kids, you bring kids or whatever. And he's got fuel in it, like a thing of fuel, a couple other things, and he had a fucking come-along in it. And he told me I was like 19 or 20 years old. He says, "Kid, if you forget everything else in life, remember this one thing. Buy yourself a come-along or 2." He says, "And keep them with you when you go on certain," and I do. That's why I have them in New Hampshire. It'll be my truck pulling out, so what's the worry? Why, you don't think my 2007 friggin' Saturn will be able to go up there? But yeah, no, Gail, yeah, that'll be exciting, Jerry, if one of us hit it anyways. Be nice to shoot one on the first day. It'd take me 4 days to fucking cut it all up anyway, because I am not. I won't trust a butcher. Not being from Mass. Assholes. That'd be cool. Yeah, Galen was a cool dude. Galen Long.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart.
Yep. Meat sacks in the pack frame. Gee, you really want me to quarter up a, what do you call it? And then carry that thing out? That'd suck. Where's the fun of putting out of my car and driving that thing all the way to fucking Massachusetts? Redneck style. No, I don't trust butchers anymore. Sorry. I just don't. I would have to stand there and watch him do it for me to trust him. It's just the way I am. Sorry, bro. It's just the way I am. I will never trust another butcher. It's a lot of work. What are you going to know? I wouldn't mind shooting a nice 800, 900-pound fucking moose, though. That'd be sweet. I won't have to buy meat for a while. No trailer. We're gonna put it right on top of my fucking car. I'm gonna fill the cavity of the moose with ice bags. Right? Ratchet straps. You ratchet strap the fucking ice right inside the cavity. And I just told you, if I'm up there for a week, Jezzo, I have a week to cut it up. And if I'm not, ice bags in the cavity, ratchet strap it down, drive it back to Massachusetts. Right on, G-Trap. G-Trap knows what he's talking about. Gotta have some balls. Right on, HRM. Yep, ever since that guy told me, anytime I ever cut a tree down, anytime we were doing off-roading or anything like that, or snowmobiling for long distances, I always brought a come along. At least one. When we do the trees, I bring two. But I always at least bring one. Mikey, that 655-pound moose we got filled my 3 freezers. And the guy I was hunting with got the other half. He filled 2 freezers. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something. My buddy's son shot a 480-odd pound moose. Okay. We had a cooler, Jerry. It was probably, I don't know. Don't ask me about the quarts. I don't know. I don't know quarts when it comes to coolers. The thing had to be 5 foot long, right? Probably 3 foot deep. All right. Then he had like 2 other ones. And the other kid that his name is on the tag, not his son, this other guy, he had 2 coolers, and that's all that went in. I'm telling you, people don't like people from Massachusetts.
Use Gerald B's name.
Shit, right? Well, Jerry's been up there his whole life, so I mean, he knows, but still, I'd have to watch the guy. It's just the way I am. It's just the way I am. Unfortunately, that's how That's what happens when I see people getting fucked and I get fucked. I just don't learn how to trust anymore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I almost forgot to say hello to Uncle Kyle. Hi, Uncle Kyle. I hope things are well.
Hey, Uncle Cal, not sure if he's been able to watch the live chats or not.
He has. He watched mine last week. Left a message. And by the way, also too, I'd like to say hello to Trees Blowing. Hope things are well.
Hey, Trees. Who else was out there?
He's not out there. I'm just saying hi to him. He watches the chat the next day.
Oh, well, hi for tonight.
He posts a lot of good stuff over there on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, he does. He certainly does.
I check stuff out over there, but I don't know. I just don't really care much for Instagram.
Me either.
HRM says, we could weld shackles and a gin pole to your car. Where's Dish? I don't know, G-Trapper. I send Dish an invite every Friday night. Well, okay. Every time I do a chat, whether it's Friday night or Saturday night, I send Dish a thing. So I wish I had an answer for you, brother.
Haven't heard from her in a while myself.
What? I'm not getting up for you, G. I'm just kidding.
I see her on Facebook. I see her on Facebook, but
yeah, I send out like 25 links, and an hour or two later, look and see how many of them's looked at them.
To me, I try to answer you back, but I don't always get back to you if I'm in the middle of something and I see that's what it was, and then
all
my
right,
brain part and body, I just forget.
There's one guy that has Glock in his name that always said, if you do a chat, send me a link. He showed up once or twice and sent out 10 more links and ain't showed up since.
Well.
See, once again, it just goes to prove you can't trust a Glock.
Hey, Amanda. Got some baby oil around you?
Wait a minute, that'll sound real interesting.
That was from our chat last night.
Hello, Amanda.
I used some baby oil to take off my makeup earlier, and I thought,
how are you, beautiful?
Now I think of Amanda every time I see baby oil. Get your booty in here, girls.
I just put the link in the chat.
Saw that. I was just paying my respects to Galen's family on Facebook.
See, I didn't have him on Facebook. I don't even know why. I didn't even know he was on Facebook.
I saw his wife post the other day. She said, "Hey, this is Galen's wife. He was in the hospital basically on life support, and he wasn't doing good. He wanted everybody to know that he loves them." And I told her to tell him that I loved him too. But I'm not on Facebook very much, so I didn't see. I said a prayer because he wanted people to pray for him. So I said a prayer, and then that's the last I heard until I heard y'all talking about it, and I thought I better go check. And enough, doggone it.
I fear that's what happened to. There used to be a guy from Massachusetts that used to come in the chat all the time. He lived over in Newton. I haven't seen him forever.
Do you remember his name?
I forget. My memory sucks. My memory's horrible.
Mine is too.
So, Amanda, how you been, sweetheart? Hope things are well. Enjoying the snow? Are you getting snow or rain?
She hadn't answered anything about the baby oil, so either she's going to find some before she gets on the chat, or
Baby, it's cold outside. Now I got that song stuck in my yapper.
Okay, let me ask you fellas. If I don't feel good, my husband says that I need a dose of vitamin P or penicillin. Is that something y'all say to your women?
No.
Gosh. It never fails.
I usually just tell my wife. If my wife tells me whatever, I just say, see ya, I'm going to watch TV. No fighting involved. No nothing. It doesn't bother me. It's overrated.
I know about the dose of vitamin D, but the penicillin's a good one.
The penicillin. Yeah. And the vitamin C, I was always told if I ate pineapple, the vitamin C would taste better for her. You know. But she won't let me try it out, so.
Oh my.
If I start eating pineapple, she's like, no. Baby, it's cold.
He always says vitamin P instead of vitamin C, so everybody gets it, or vitamin D, so he gets everybody gets what he's referring to right away.
Oh, absolutely.
But his favorite is penicillin.
Penicillin.
Penicillin, yeah, that would be. He calls it penicillin. Oh my gosh, men. Where did Amanda go?
Hey, if it was men like us, you'd be shitting out of your ears.
If what?
If it wasn't for assholes like us, you'd be shitting out of your ears.
Oh, why is that?
Because if you didn't have an asshole, would you shit out of?
I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? Baby, it's cold outside.
Remember Knuckle Mac 33?
I do. I do remember Knuckle Mac 33. Do you?
Y'all.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr.
Hey,
Dude.
John.
How do?
Yep, Knuckleback 33. I remember Knuckleback.
I remember Nickelback.
Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers, yeah. What was that horse's name? Necromancer?
I don't know.
Yeah, from Firestarter.
I don't know.
Stephen King.
Not the main guy.
So what's going on tonight? What's everybody doing?
I don't know, but his house is just as creepy. His house fits his personality.
Oh yeah, it's got gargoyles and all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
He's weird.
I mean, he everything he does is spooky. His daughter's name, he named her after Samantha's daughter Tabitha. Her name's Tabitha. Tabitha King. She had a failed restaurant. She had a restaurant called Tabitha's, but it went under. So.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Apparently, you just can't open a restaurant if you're famous. Got to be able to do something with it.
Yeah, you actually have to have good food, good wait staff.
Yeah, all those requirements.
You know those. You know.
I can't just live off Daddy's name. Nope.
No. So what are you up to?
Oh, we just finished. Now we had David Brown on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on for a couple hours. He has a new book coming out. It'll be out in about 4 weeks. I got the pre-copy, so I got to read it.
Is that the same David Brown I know?
Is it the one you know, an author?
I think so. He's on Facebook.
Yep.
I think it's the same David Brown.
Yep. Used to be a paramedic and a cop.
I believe so.
Yeah. That would be him. That was fun. We had a good time. Good time. So you're going to be gardening this year, Gear? And
if we ever thaw out, I plan on it. Yeah.
Got
a few weeks.
I didn't catch that. What?
I said he got his seeds in finally.
That's what he said.
Where did you order them online?
Yeah, I ordered some from In My Gardener and from Baker Creek.
Baker Creek, yeah. A lot of people order from them.
Yeah, Baker Creek.
They're so freaking expensive, man.
Well, the reason I made an order with them is they had something I was looking for, and In My Gardener didn't have it, so I went ahead and spent a couple more dollars, try some new things this year.
What are you trying that you haven't done in the past?
I'm going to try some Chinese cabbage and some bok choy.
Oh, wow. That'll be fun.
Plus some flowers, but they'll be late flowers.
Yes, he did beat the impeachment today, Gerald B.
Well, good. He can run in 4 years. That's great.
Yeah, he won't run in 4 years, so.
No, he's probably he did a good enough job. He's going to sit back, let somebody else do it.
It was quite hilarious how they wanted to call witnesses today, and his lawyer said, "Well, fine then. We want to pull in Pelosi to we want to call in Pelosi to testify too," and they backtracked.
It's amazing what you do when you put the ball back in somebody's court. They don't know how to fucking dribble. It's amazing watching just the ball just going doink, 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 doink. You know.
Waste some more taxpayer money.
But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, there's no way they were going to win. But why would they have called for a witness? Of course they call him for a witness because they don't have anything else. I mean, they need everything they can get just to try. You know,
who are you going to call as a witness? He didn't plan.
He wasn't even there.
Right. He didn't plan anything. Nothing's. So how are you going to get a witness? What are you going to do? Get people out and go, so did you get upset because of? How did you get upset when he wasn't even at the podium yet?
See, I'm still upset because they were allowed. Here's what bothers me the most about the media, right? And for that matter, well, I guess talk show hosts are media, but I don't consider talk show hosts media. Sorry. But
they're not news. They are media.
Yeah, they're not news media, right? Yeah. So here's my thing that bothers me. It wasn't an insurrection, yet they keep calling it that. And it's bothering the fucking piss out of me.
Well, it's...
Okay, call it what it was.
It's just
a
like...
fucking riot.
Right,
just like the cities that got burned all fucking summer long, that not one goddamn politician stood up and said anything about it.
Well,
okay,
they
and the only reason
they burned a college down because they didn't like the speaker.
Yeah, well, the only reason they said something about this one is because somebody took a nice big happy shit in their backyard and they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not agreeing with what the people did. Don't misunderstand me. I didn't like it when they were burning down all those cities and everything. When BLM was doing it, when the idiots that did it from Antifa. And again, I've been down this road 19 million times. I don't care who you are. You want to protest, you want to march, do your thing. It's your God-given fucking right to do that. As soon as you start being destructive, you're a loser. And I don't care if you're black, white, purple, gay, both. I don't give a fuck what you are. But you are a loser the minute your peaceful protest turns into Joe's Barbershop being turned down or looted, or who's ever restaurant being looted, or hardware store or whatever being looted. They didn't. Politicians had no problem with that happening.
It seems like
it just pisses me off.
As soon as they finished with Trump, and they're like, "Well, now who we got? They got to hate somebody. Someone's got to." I think if I heard correctly, I guess they're going to go after Cuomo now.
What?
Yeah, I guess they're going to go after Cuomo now. The mayor of New York. I guess they're going to go after, or governor, or whatever the hell he is. Cuomo. I guess they're going to go after him. They're upset about the nursing home fiasco.
And putting people that were positive back into nursing homes.
So they can't turn it off. When you're a group of people who have to hate, you have to have somebody to hate. And once you run out of people to hate, you'll start picking on. You'll start going after your own people. They have to have somebody to hate. And they're done with Trump now. It's not going to work again. So now what are you going to do? You can't just keep saying, well, all the bad things in the world because Trump, all the bad. You can't keep doing it. People get tired of it. So what are you going to do now? You got to have something to go after. What are you going to do? It seems like they're going to go after Cuomo.
They're going to start turning on each other.
Jerry, we didn't have a constitution when the Boston Tea Party happened. Okay?
NASCAR's, I agree.
How the drywall come out?
What's up, y'all? Two things.
How the drywall come out?
Two things.
Okay.
I would rather try to make love to a wild bobcat than sand drywall.
Why are you sanding it? If you
have to once it dries.
if you put the mud on correctly, I had to learn.
Oh, he's one of those guys, Steve.
No,
Steve, he's one of those guys.
No,
I do it right the first time.
No. You can sponge it. You can actually.
Yeah, I put my mud on very nicely, and I take extra time and extra coats to make sure it's on nicely.
Yeah.
But the sponge technique, I have tried over and over and over. Just can't get it down.
For me, it was learning that not to take mud out of the bucket and use it. Hey, get ready for this one. It was a girl who told me, "What are you doing? You owned a construction company. Are you stupid?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You don't use straight mud." She's loading it up, and then she's down there stirring water into the mud and thinning it out. And I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Now we're gonna lay it down, a micro coating." We laid it down, and then came the tape. And she was good with like, you take that roll.
Hey, Mikey.
In the corner, slide it out, run that knife right down, and tear. I mean, she could just go.
Well, anytime I've mudded with my dad, one of my brothers, all right, and my father taught me the sponge. Let me tell you something. I would mud, we do our thing. Mike, do the sponge. Dad, you know what? It's not going to happen because every time I do the sponge, the mud comes off the wall. And
it doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't.
So what I wound up doing was I said to my dad, I go, I'm going to see if I don't have to. He goes, what do you mean? I says, at least maybe not the corners, whatever, but, at least just the screw holes. I goes, and we'll see if I can get it smooth. And the only time I had to do it was about this far away from the nail hole. It'd be rough, so I had to sand that. But there's nothing worse. That chalky friggin' dry feeling. I would have to put it'd be the dead of summer. It's friggin' 100 degrees outside, and I got a glove on and a sweatshirt because I can't stand the dryness on my goddamn skin.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, so I had to put a glove on to do it.
Do you screen or do you use paper?
Screen. Yeah. No, I don't have to sand a lot. It just blows sanding drywall.
Yeah, it does. I'm getting ready to do it. I'm getting ready to rip. I had to gut this room right here again. I just finished it too, and I'm gutting this room out and changing it over.
You got to mask up. Do you use a Steve? You use paper? Or do you use a belt? Or a what do you call it?
Screen?
No, for when you're sanding, do you use just a block of sandpaper, or do you use
No, I got a stick sander and a hand sand.
the square one, right? Yeah. That's what. Yeah, and
yeah, you got to.
And then you got the fucking shit up your nose if you don't have masking up. It just sucks.
Well, I had my respirator. I dug it out of the thing. I had to scrub it down.
Oh, so you do wear a mask?
But the filters were clean, so.
You wear a mask to protect yourself from drywall, but you won't wear a mask to protect me from COVID.
That's right. The COVID. What I do with I got to find the.
I come in to support my fellow men or fellow mankind over the summer for our peaceful protests that we had throughout the country.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just
There's a difference between a peaceful protest and an insurrection and an overthrow of a government by domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
I just got upset because they call it an insurrection and they continuously do it. But here's the thing. So aren't Republicans are calling it the same and now too. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Because now you're just giving in.
They have already given in.
And then the problem is
they fall for it.
Right. And then the problem is now 50 years from now, there was an insurrection back in. No, there wasn't.
Well, they're going to write it down. Look, they're changing the history books already. They
know.
And trust me, you don't do an insurrection unarmed.
Exactly. It would have been more blood, more fucking. And you don't do it with that many people. You got to do it more. You know.
I'm sorry. And there's something in the Constitution where it says that we do have the right to overthrow our government.
That's right. We got the right to walk in the door and throw them on the street. Next.
We just need to get some big old buckets of tar and buy some bags of feathers. Get this shit started.
There you go.
I did like the fact that, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. It was a shit show, okay? But it brought so much joy to my heart, and I giggled so hard. It was like one of those deep belly laughs, like Santa Claus laughs, Seeing those politicians fear for their lives. Ducking under tables and hiding behind chairs. They just realized they're not really fucking in charge.
Yep. That part was kind of fun.
That was
How
funny.
did they actually? I can't believe that people actually thought that he was going to lose. Not the election, lose the in court. And I'm like, how could you have thought that?
Well, you can always. Some people always look at the hope.
And they're crying.
Was there like 7 Republicans that voted to impeach him?
Yes, I have the list here if you would like the list. Let me find that list.
Yeah, that's called, well, if you can't beat them, join them.
Okay,
anybody from Massachusetts or formerly of Massachusetts?
That list consists of Ms. Burr, Collins.
Oh, wait, Collins? Oh, wow.
Cassidy, Murkowski, our favorite rhino, Mitt Romney.
I knew that was coming. I told you, formerly of Massachusetts. I told you that.
Toomey, and I think it's pronounced Sasse or Sasse, S-A-S-S-E.
Susan Collins voted to impeach him. Wow. See, now she's a rhino. She's a complete rhino. Susan Collins she's a
more of a Karen than a rhino, but
she's a trip.
Unreal.
That was one of those. Your selection was a horrific, horrible Democrat or a rhino. Quick, pick one. That's what we had this year for a choice.
And your second choice is?
Well, and here's the worst part.
And
we actually now are one of the only places, I think we're the only one in the country that, but they try to trick you into voting for who they want. They call it a when you go to vote in my state, you can't just vote for who you want. You vote for who you want, and then you tell them, well, who would you like to have for second? You go, well, I don't want anybody else for second. Yeah. But who would you want for second?
Well, you guys have split electoral votes too, right?
Right.
It's only them in Iowa or Indiana or Kansas or somebody.
They call it ranked choice voting, and what it's designed to do is it's designed so no matter what, you voted for him. No, I didn't. I wanted so no, it was your third choice, and there wasn't enough. No, you voted for. It's a way for them to just make sure that everybody voted for who they wanted it to be voted for.
Boy, how easy would that make it not to count your first choice?
Yeah,
right. No shit.
Technically, they're not lying.
That's the point. Well, we can show you they voted right here.
Yep.
I mean, so imagine that if you're like, so your first choice is Trump. Who's your second choice?
And if you don't fill out the second choice, is your ballot voided?
We don't know, but a lot of us did not fill them out. A whole ton of us didn't fill them out.
Can you write in, or do you have to pledge for somebody that's already on?
No, ranked choice voting is you make a first choice, a second choice, and a third choice. And in the event a first choice didn't get enough, well, we'll go with your second choice.
Yeah, that's horse hockey.
Yeah. So that way, if everybody votes for this person, like all you've got's that Democrat and this Republican, so who you voting for? That Republican. All right, and if that Republican isn't your first choice, who's your second choice? They want you to write down, well, then I have to go with it. Yeah, you would. And then they can go, see, everybody voted for that person. It's called ranked choice voting. It is the stupidest thing you've ever heard. They're moving to put it in the Constitution now. They want it to be done to our Constitution so that the governor will have absolute control of the votes in the state of Maine.
Yeah, that's wrong in so many ways. They might as well not even have a vote. They'll just pick one.
I have a family member who is constantly on the website trying to push and have people sign and everything constantly for the Convention of States. And I am trying to explain to her why a Convention of States is a bad idea.
But people are told now, there's no more truth out there anyways. I mean, people are told whatever the hell
that, that's how you're going to get term limits. She wants term limits on these, senators.
We would all love term limits, but you got to remember, when someone says, well, you have a job. So if someone says to you, well, here's the best thing for the company, what? You all need to take a 25% pay cut, all of you. You're not going to be in favor of it. Why would you be in favor of that? And now they're saying we're going to cut out your money there, Senator, and you're going to be out. That's it. You're done. You can't be here forever taking people's money. No, you're out. You're going to get 2 terms, 2 years apiece, and then you're out. Somebody else is going to come in. They're going to fight that with everything they got.
Yep.
Because remember this: if I'm a 15-year senator, I'm for sale.
No shit.
I'm for sale.
It's kind of like them voting on their own race.
Yeah, it's. You're literally like someone like like Pelosi. She's been in the game for decades.
That old broad's 80 years old.
You can buy and sell her like.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though about the Convention of States. That opens a Convention of States basically means you open up the Constitution for change and interpretation. Not just what you want to add to it. Just say, oh, well, we want to add an amendment to change term limits on senators. That's great, fine, blah blah blah. If you stop there, but the thing is, they never stop there. They say, oh, why we're at the why we're in the Constitution with the Convention of States, we can go in here and change things. When you have a mostly Democratic majority, what other amendments do you think that they're going to change? Why they have the right to change them?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the second and probably the first too.
Well, they're
so
they would like to have the First Amendment right now. They're attacking it, but they're using private industry.
Right.
Private industry is what they're using to attack the First Amendment right now.
Yeah.
When you own the media, all right, and then all these other social media companies come up, and then you make sure they understand. I mean, look, Parler flexed its muscle for how long?
Yeah.
How long do you think they flexed their muscle? And they went, really? And now how they do it is there's only one company that's survived, by the way. Only one. It's called Gab. They are the only survivor so far. What they do.
Well, Gab doesn't depend on Amazon and the other ones to.
Well, what they do is they Gab was lucky. They were able to get people to start sending the money in checks. Because what happened was they got attacked, but they got attacked while Trump was in office. They got attacked during all this a while back. They were able to build themselves to where they are now. But then you had these other companies that started, like Parler, and the first thing they do is Citibank says no. Then TD Bank says no. Bank of America says no. No money can go through us for you. So the first thing they do is they cut off your money. Then they attack the people that are in charge of it, and they go, well, we don't want you using our credit cards. No, you're not allowed to bank here. And they can do that. And then they start going, you know what? Google says you're not on our platform anymore. And this one says they're not on our platform. Then Apple goes, nope, we don't carry your app. Nobody can carry your app now.
Right.
No one carries your app. It's a pain in the butt to try to get it. And then everyone goes, oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, you have no server space.
Well, technically, we own the country. So doesn't that make it a private entity? So couldn't we shut them up?
Well, the thing is here's the problem with America right now. We have the ability, and I mean this 100%. But they have got, and when I say this, this is just a go to the shiny square over there in the bathroom reflection moment for yourselves. All right? Because people can't reflect upon themselves anymore. The problem is we have the ability to cure all this stuff. All that can be cured with this.
Yeah.
This is how you cure it. But the problem is they can't. They can't. You want to make Amazon listen? Dedicate yourselves to 60 days, no Amazon. Watch Amazon listen. Watch Amazon sit up very quickly and take notice. All right? Because if you split the country in half, there's 375 million people in this country. Split it in half. All those people said, no Amazon, I'm not doing it for 60 days. Trust you me, the amount of money lost in 60 days would make them turn around and go, we don't want any more interest in the political shit. We're done with the You're talking cutting off a company's money in half.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. One second. There's 3 shout-outs I got to do. I'm in Access. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hello, guns girl. And hey, beautiful young lady on my panel. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Sorry about that.
How are you?
Your name changed from last night.
It did.
I looked at that last night and went, what the hell she got that for a name for? What was it? Backwoods Ho? I think it's.
Yeah, Backwoods. Yeah.
But yeah,
I missed a doozy, huh?
If everybody used their wallets correctly, I mean.
Well, don't you find it kind of convenient and ironic that Amazon is pulling all these muscle moves right when everybody's like super dependent on them?
Well, yeah, but I mean, don't be dependent. I mean, good God Almighty.
All right, what I missed? What's Amazon doing?
Well, no, they're Amazon. I'm just making a point of this is how you control everything. But people, I swear to God, people are become absolute freaking pusses. Absolute pusses. They can't go, you know what? I'm going to shut off. I'm not using Amazon for the next 2 months. I'm not going to do a thing on it at all. I mean, I shut mine off. I went, you know what? Use your wallet. Shut it off. I turned it off. You're not getting another dime out of me. That's it. Boom. Shut it right on off. You don't have to have. These people all believe that they got to have an Amazon Prime account in order to get free shipping. You don't. It's just a way to get more money out of you. I mean, there's thousands of people that don't pay them that extra money. But think, what did you do before Amazon? Good God Almighty! There were website companies before Amazon.
You know when it comes
to the store.
You know what the problem is? Right? The problem is we've become a lazy society.
Yeah, absolutely.
We go to drive-throughs instead of walking. We have now, when we do walk in, we have kiosks in some places instead of going to talk to a cashier. We have it's just we have Amazon, we have eBay, we have Wish, we have what's the other one now? There's another one, Fingerhut.
That's been around forever.
For years, but now I have a Fingerhut credit card, but it's all online. There isn't a store you can go to. But it comes down. We're a lazy ass society. I'm sorry.
I have two like ideas on the subject. One is we can sit. So social media runs the world essentially right now. It runs just about everything, right? I mean, that's why Trump spent so much time on social media, because it was impactful. So if we can have a social media hashtag Tide Pod Challenge, but we can't have a hashtag boycott Amazon just for 60 days or whatever, like that we could use social media as a platform to actually do, accomplish that. But the other side note of it is that we Amazon, as case in point, I just ordered something the other day. Today, I didn't, I got it. It was the wrong color. I didn't feel like traipsing here, there, and everywhere, or taking 2 weeks to get my money back and sending this little wallet back. So what does Amazon do for me? Amazon, Jeff Bezos and his people are quite genius in this way. They're using a huge retailer and a huge online retailer at that to process Amazon returns and making it super easy on me. All I needed to do was go into Kohl's with the wallet with the tag on it. There was no line. I handed it to the guy, and the guy processes my return. Kohl's packs it up and sends it back where it needs to go, and I get refunded within 2 days. So it's a two-part thing. It's convenience, and it's also laziness. I'll agree with you, Mike, because I think, and John, to a point, because if we actually would filter that money we spend on Amazon back into small business actually wouldn't be suffering from the pandemic right now.
Yeah, big time.
Right.
But the thing is people, this is your power. The only thing anybody wants is what's inside of here. That's all anybody wants. All right. I mean, you hear people say, "Oh, I do it." No one does shit for the love of anything. All right. I'm a businessman too.
It's true.
I don't make, I don't sell you a call for a lovely price for the joy and no, I want to make a buck on it. That's what I did it for. That's what we're all doing.
Yeah, but you don't even make me one, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
You never even gave me what you wanted. But so that
was a quick return.
This is incredibly powerful. It's incredibly powerful, but no one will use it. You know why? They've got you convinced you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. And people are, and we're in line going, yeah, no. You know what? When the bread doesn't go right, learn to make your own damn loaf of bread. When you can't get that thing you want, go to a secondhand store. I live in them. I love secondhand stores.
It's funny you say that. I was in one today.
You should see what I've gotten just in the last. I can't even begin to tell you.
My daughter says to me, "Dad, we have to go to the store." I says, "Okay, for what?" She says, "Well, I need a razor." I says, "Sucks to be you. What else do we need?" She goes, "Well," she says, "Aren't you tired of looking at those what do you call them little?"
The poofy sponges.
Yeah, the kids use them, and my wife.
So does my daughter.
I use a face. I still use. I'm old fashioned. I still use a face cloth. But anywho,
yeah.
so we went to the dollar store, and she gets the little whatever the hell they're called, and I'm walking to the store, and I go, I swear to God, I start smirking, and my daughter says, "If you start singing," I was, "No, I'm not singing. I'm thinking about somebody I know," and all I could think about was you, Johnny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm walking through, and I'm like, wow, the shit really is cheap, and that shit really is for $1. And my daughter's like, Dad, I don't understand what you mean. I says, honey, I go, you see that bottle of Tide right there? She said, yeah. I says, if we walked out of this store right now, took a left, and went a half a mile, took a right, and went to Hannaford, I go, that fucking thing is about $3.50 more.
Yep.
For the exact same bottle.
Yep.
The exact same ounce, the whole 9 yards. She's like, no, sir, Daddy. On the way home, went to Hannaford, and I showed her.
Yeah. And it's not that way for everything, but I mean,
no.
There's lots of things that are there, but I mean, if people,
but you're right though. If you don't have to, it's like the guys at work, the guys at FedEx, they all laugh at me, right? They're like, Mike, aren't you worried about? I go, oh, because we were doing something, and they're like, Mike, you're gonna get that shit all over your clothes. I'm like, listen to me. I go, my work clothes, I buy at the Salvation Army. Do you really think I'm going to come in here with a fucking $80 pair of fucking Levi's? You're out of your goddamn mind. I said, I'm not ruining a goddamn pair of jeans to fucking work in here. And they look at me and they're like, you buy Levi's and you at a Salvation Army. I says, I buy Levi's at a Salvation Army, or my wife goes, what's the other one? My wife goes to up in Pelham. Goodwill, thank you. And
be careful. Goodwill does not wash your clothes before they hang them up. Just
it's all right. I wash them before I even put them on. But my point. So I'll buy. Why would I go out? You know what I'm saying? Why would I go out and spend that much money on a brand new pair of Levi's when I'm at work? When I can go to my wife goes to Goodwill, gets a pair for fucking $25 fucking dollars, and I don't give a fuck what happens to them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like.
Those stores they support a wide range, not necessarily Goodwill, but Salvation Army, a lot of others, those secondhand. There's one we have here in our neck of the woods, Christian Hope or whatever it is. They're pretty cool. They're an all right. You're not going to get $1. You're not going to get it all for $1. But when you go in there, I mean, they'll have a pair of like what looks to be brand new Levi's in the rack, and it says $7.99. I don't know about you, but I've never walked in anywhere and bought Levi's for $7.99.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, even though it's not that dirt cheap, but you look at them, you go, you know what? Those are fine for working. And with me, Mike, when I'm in the call shop,
yep,
I got resin spilling on me all the time. So as soon as it touches me, that's the beginning of the death of those. I got holes. I'll have holes in my shirt. People go, what's wrong with your shirt? It's clean. It's just I've gotten spots all over it, and I'm terrible because I can't handle things. I'll start feeling I just pick out that spot, and I got holes all through the shirt now, and it'll go for so long, and then it's in the trash. Nothing I can do about it. But yeah, no, people, your wallet is your most powerful thing. Use it.
I'm a little bit different. Because I extreme coupon and stuff. I literally that's what I do, and I know the best place to get every single item that there is. And I beat the big retailers. I resell at a flea market. Those people, these South Carolina, these Southerners will eat up a flea market because they're buying. I'm reselling. They're buying from me, and it's tax free as well. So all those everyday essentials and stuff that I resell are the first things to go. But I know how to beat the retailers. You know what I mean?
I didn't know you did flea markets.
Oh my God, yeah. John, I don't think that's a whole nother facet to that I'm actually thinking about just making a side coupon channel, just because I am one of those where today I got probably nearly $100 of stuff at Dollar General today for $19 out of pocket. And I go and I resell at Greer. There's a couple huge, where the fat man used to sell his knives and Pickens at the Pickens flea market. Well, I could go there if I wanted to, but I go to one on the opposite end of the county, which is in Greer. It's called the Barnyard Flea Market. And I'm a regular seller every couple months there. People look for me. So, I don't know. Yeah.
You should show part of your stash right now. That would be awesome.
Oh my God. Okay. You guys, I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to show them the garage. But you better not, do not judge me. Do not judge me.
Why? Because you have lots of stuff put away you don't got to worry about running out of.
She looks like a hoarder.
Who the hell's going to judge you for having plenty of stuff to? You should see mine.
It hasn't been totally organized yet.
It has not been totally organized yet. So anyway, like I said, don't judge me.
To answer Aminem and Access, I don't know what Goodwill does for charity. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Goodwill is actually not a charity.
That's not bad, man. That's not bad at all.
It's a for-profit organization.
Right.
It's just like I have a lot of things that I've not been taking out, but for instance, I penny shop. So like these little fake things in ceramic vases that people love to buy. See, that's marked at $5. I paid a penny for this. I paid a penny for or either 10 cents or a penny for everything on here. And like here's a deep fryer that I got for a penny. But and then you don't want to see what I did today. And then I just got 6 My Pillows for way cheaper than Mike Lindell sells them online.
That's what I was about to ask about that question about that guy too. What exactly did he do that so bad?
He
stood up. He stood up for a set of values that were disagreed with by the liberal movement.
Mm-hmm.
He stood up for values, and that's not accepted. It's just like if you if you make the statement when we all get angry when they go, but if for one child, if we can save but one child, you're like, people turn around and go, well, then stop the abortions, and then they lose their minds. They go crazy and go insane. I mean, if it doesn't fit their
narrative, what did he do something wrong?
No, he's Christian. He's a born again Christian. He used to be this guy. Used to be a crack addict and a cocaine and crack.
Okay.
And so he turned his life around. He started this business. I read this week, he's worth about $300 million or so. And I just think that he's a staunch supporter of Trump and of the whole MAGA movement.
He also was adamant that as soon as the COVID thing happened, he was going to stop what they were doing. They were going to start putting out PPE, and they did. They started manufacturing.
Yeah,
PPE.
It's amazing what he's done. So this week I said I've got to support this guy. Before I was thinking $40 for a fucking pillow seems outrageous to me.
But they're good.
But if you think about it this way, if you can wash a pillow, has a 10-year warranty, and you can wash it for close to 10 years, and it does last that long, then it's worth every penny of that $40. I bought a bunch this week for $22 a piece because I'm deal queen. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am. That's a side hustle for me. I got $22. Each one I bought $22. I literally almost bought every one they had. Okay, I'm going to support somebody, but that's what we need to do. We need to go. We could filter our money into these people that are doing good. He's doing good. Okay, he never did anything wrong.
And that's what needs to happen, though, is people need to. Yeah. But see, everyone's got to get past the mentality of boo-boo. They can't. It's like Facebook. When we started 2 years ago, we started this thing with just stop Facebook for 30 days. You know how many people don't possess the ability to stop Facebook for 30 days?
Yeah.
Listen to adults going, oh, well, no, see, I use it for keeping up. It's like, no, you're lying. And they go, no, I use it. No, you're a liar. Because before Facebook, that means nobody was ever able to keep up with each other.
Yeah, John, when I got off of Facebook, Yeah, when I got off of Facebook permanently, like as in told them to permanently delete it, it was like you get depressed for a minute because you're like, wow, I lost my whole connection with the world.
You didn't have a
And
connection.
then but then when it's gone, I swear to God, I have never felt more peaceful in the next couple of days after that than when I got rid of it, because you don't have the cattiness, you don't have the judgment, you don't have the drama, you don't have all the other, you don't have the nosy people that are trying to get up in your business, and you don't have, you know, the fighting, the little snarky little comments back and forth. You don't have any of this shit. You get peace in your fucking life. I have anxiety through the fucking roof. I didn't need Facebook adding another facet of anxiety in my life.
Yeah, but you
so I got rid of it.
A lot of people don't understand, and I don't know why they haven't gotten it yet, but these are actually not used for sending letters. You see, there's a special feature these have. You can actually call somebody. You can make a telephone call, or like Gear's doing, send a text. There you go. You can actually do something other than it's. I mean, you call people.
Have
a conversation with somebody.
If you go to text me,
connect with a lot of people.
If you go to text me on the weekend, you should call instead, and you should probably call my house phone, because on the weekend, like when I get home on Friday night, you know, if I'm doing the chat, I'll text people via text or Facebook, whatever, that I'm doing the chat, and then my phone sits on the kitchen table until Monday fucking morning. Like I texted Stevie earlier tonight, and that's the first time I touched my phone since last night. I don't carry it with me in the car. You know, I went to pick up my daughter, and her and I were out today, and she's like, and I go, Dad, she goes, Dad, how come you don't have your phone with you? I says, because I don't want to have it with me. She goes, you don't want to have it with you? I said, I don't want to have it with me. You know, I can live without a phone. She says, how do you live without a phone? I goes, it's real easy. I goes, because she says, what do you mean it's real easy? Oh, honey, you got to remember, I didn't have a phone when I was your age.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
just safe now.
Well, like I said, I used Facebook to meet a lot of people that like from high school and stuff, and you know we had our reunion. But one thing that I did do on my
bad thing
is I went through and I got rid of every news site that I was following, and I got rid of every political site that I was following. Every single one of it. Anybody, like even the ones I really like Candace Owen. I don't follow her no more. You know. I don't follow anybody involved in politics. I don't follow.
Yeah, but I have a bone to pick with Facebook, and really a food for thought for everybody out there that has Facebook or in this chat. One thing I did realize is when you permanently delete Facebook, not just deactivated people, talking about deactivated all. I'm talking about, yes, I nuked it. You really know who your real friends are. And I don't just mean that in a superficial way. I mean it like, you know, the people that are on Facebook that are always commenting on your stuff, or they're always, you know, they're seemingly there, they're seemingly commenting, and they seem to care what you have to say, or they care about your pictures. Oh, look how beautiful Juliana is. Those same people who did that to me, who were like that with me on Facebook, when I permanently deleted it, were nowhere to be found.
Right.
Nowhere to be found. And I figured out really, really quick who my friends were. And I literally ditched like probably 10 people who called them my friends.
And stop using first names, please.
Okay.
She said ditched.
No, what did she say before that?
She named her daughter's name. Yeah, she named a young lady's name.
Well, now you just put her on blast. I didn't say she was my daughter.
I said young lady. I said young lady. I didn't say.
But I just said a name. I didn't say who she was.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a funny thing.
And I'm sure there's a lot of Melissas out there, so don't worry.
When I stepped away from the bar scene, okay, and quit drinking. Funny story. I hadn't been in the bar I used to belong to the Knights of Columbus. and that was my home away from home for many years. Anyways, I hadn't been down there about a year and a half, 2 years, better, right? And I'm coming down to go. I had season tickets to the Patriots, so I'd come down, go to my brother's, meet with the guys, and we get out of there and we go. I stop at the store every every Sunday that I would do it. I'd stop at this one store, and I stop at the store, and the kid says to me, "Mike, how you been?" Da da da. He says, "Jesus, that was a hell of a fucking fight the other night, wasn't it?" I goes, "Did I just miss another goddamn pay-per-view?" He goes, "No, dummy, the fight down the club." I go, "Dude, I haven't walked to the door of that club in over a year and a half." So you're right. I totally get what you're saying. Listen, I did everything down there for that place. Did a ton of work, helped guys, did the whole thing. I've been gone. I never got one phone call.
Yep.
That's the day I knew. I don't. That's when I started not giving a fuck no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I don't know if it's like I didn't give a fuck so much as it's like if you don't make an effort to be a part of my life in some way, then I'm going to. It's not. You could look at it like I did. I'm using it as a tit for tat scenario. But if you don't make an effort in my life, where I made effort in your life in the past at least, then I don't want to have. It shouldn't have to be tit for tat. Friends should be there. You should be there for them. They should be there for you. A true friend, I should be able to call and be like, "Listen, John, like I am really, really struggling here. I need help doing this, da, 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 da." And I should be able to count on the fact that John is going to be there for me. I can actually, there is one friend, I had a Jewish friend named Kurt, who for 10 plus years in California, who at the drop of a hat, this guy would have done anything for me. And I did so many things for him. The same thing. It was just that we had a reciprocal type of amazing friendship. And I have not been able to find true friends like that since. Just a man who just two people that were just true friends, that were just there for each other. We have gotten away from this as a society because we don't trust anybody anymore. We don't trust anybody with our personal information. We don't trust, you're afraid of everywhere you look, you can't trust somebody.
Here you go. I got something for you. Ready? Hey, Steve. Hey, bud, I'm in jail. I need $500 to get out of jail. Can you help me?
I hate to break it to you, brother, but you're at work. Just saying.
Well, no, I'm saying if I was in jail and I called you and I asked you for $500, could you help me?
I'd say use the fucking key. You get the key in your pocket. To answer your question, yes, I'd send you $500.
Right. I had it, the $500 to be there.
Right.
And I would say the same. And Ohio fucking knows that if he called me for $500, he would have it direct deposited within hours.
I've watched people on the phone for hours trying to get $25, $30, $50, $10, $12, whatever they can raise to scrap together to get bond, and sit there for 3 days and go, how many people in your life have you fucked over that you can't get somebody to bring you $100?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, but it all depends what they've done too, right? So, like my last little vacation stint that I had for 3 days was done on purpose, in the sense of I was there for 3 days on purpose because people in my life were told, if you go get him, I will beat you to death. So it all depends too, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah.
So if you're having an issue on a dependency type thing or something,
it's the best thing for you to sit.
No, I'm probably not going to come get you.
Yeah.
But if you got busted for something you didn't do or something you had not, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure even if I called my own mother and she said, "What are you in jail for?" and I was like, "Well, me and Cheryl got into it and I smacked her." Well, you can sit there, as my mom would say.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But I mean, but if it's like, oh, I had some unpaid parking tickets, and
right?
They got me.
You were doing 90 down the highway, and they arrested you for fucking failure. I mean, for driving to endanger, something stupid, right?
Right, but or I got pulled over, and I had fucking gun on the front seat, and I didn't have my concealed carry with me, so they can't prove that I blah blah, something stupid.
I actually had the owner of a bail bonds in the Valley. And so it was, I'm not going to say exactly where, I'm not going to say what the name is called because he's still out there, I'm sure. But a good friend of mine was a bail bondsman. And, I could have made a phone call and just been like, Adi, like,
it's probably
I'm in trouble.
Bail bonds, that's what they're all called because they want
no. If you could say it, there's so many. If you were to type in a database in Los Angeles for bail bonds businesses, let's just say him and his partner weren't hurting for money.
Well, I'm just saying, if you get in a phone book and you look under bail bonds, the first 30 of them are going to be AA,
AAA. Yeah, that is true. I think part of the reason why my friend did so good is because he didn't have no AAA or AA or whatever, the initials or whatever. But
no AA. See that? I'm in access. Even the young lady on my panel is saying no armament and axes. Just saying, brother. And she's telling the truth. She's blonde.
To the best of her knowledge, she's telling the truth.
I thought you were going to mean. I thought you were talking about to the best of your knowledge, she's blonde. All right, good.
To the best of my knowledge, I
didn't know which way you were going with that. I was like, all right,
Well,
it's kind of like saying
we all know she's not blonde from last night.
Well, it's kind of like saying Jesse's blonde. You know what I mean? It's just
You're tiptoeing around some dangerous territory there, baby.
I ain't gonna let the cat out of the bag, but
I would go to say that the natural hair color on her is actually probably not even brown anymore. It's probably gray.
Yeah, you want to know? You want to know a little secret?
Don't look at her eyebrows because she ruined it for me and told me that a girl's eyebrows are not her natural color, and here I was believing that. She said apparently girls dye their eyebrows too. So here's that for me.
You got to find that one lone hair underneath the bottom of their lip on that mole. That's what their natural hair color is.
Oh wow!
You just gotta look at you gotta do it, Lita. The carpet and the drapes. In my case, there's no carpet, so it's a true mystery.
Get rid of that.
Yeah, but I will say
those floors are whack.
What's that?
But it's hardwood floors. I don't know what you would compare it to. Hardwood floors, wax linoleum, wax.
I would say probably closer to like that artificial pergo stuff.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Awesome. No, I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Oh God.
If a woman has the right amount of money, she can look any kind of way. Okay? If I told you that my hair is about 75% gray, would you believe me?
Yes.
It is. I just have a genetic thing. My older sister started going gray when she was 27. She was half gray by the time she was like 32. I remember when I got my first gray hair, I was 24 years old.
Ooh.
And I remember looking in the mirror and being like, oh my God. I was in California and I was like, oh my God.
Totally.
What is that? And I just yanked it, where you do the whole yank it out thing because you're like, oh my God. And then, you start, and then it's like 2-3 more, 2 weeks later, a couple more, like that. But I get my hair, the girl who does my hair is a magician, literally. I pay her very good money to make me look really good and really blonde.
This is reason number 4,757,422 why I get on my hands and knees every morning. Thank Christ I'm not a woman. All right. Because what I like to do is when my wife dyes her hair, okay, what I like to do is she'll be like, how's my hair look? And I'll go, I'll look at it. I'll turn around. She turns around. She goes, you like it? I go, yeah, but you missed a spot. And I go, do you got salt in your hair? No, never mind. Never mind.
Oh my God! Are you trying to be in the doghouse 24/7?
Once again, you step on it a lot.
No. I put myself there on purpose because I'm not going to lie to her. See, I'm not going to lie. If she missed, she missed. You know?
And that's that's a good quality. I actually would prefer the man I'm with to be honest with me too. Like if I'm like, do I look good? And let's just say I tried on a pair of jeans and they fit me really great, but they kind of were baggy around the hips and they just looked kind of, I don't know, just kind of ridiculous in that way. I'd expect the guy I'm with to be like, you know, they make your ass look good, but like your thighs area doesn't look good. You know, I'm not gonna get. My wife
has a pair of capris, okay, that she absolutely loves. The problem is because they fit nice far and everything else. The problem is when she turns around, it looks like she's got a load of shit in her pants. And I keep telling her. Finally, I had to take a picture and show her. See?
Yeah. See, there's something that's a cool thing to be honest like that.
I go.
And not.
Yeah. I says, and you got a nice ass. I says, but it's not showing in the jeans. So to me, no, I don't like these jeans.
Yeah.
I learned 5 gals ago. I got nothing to say. I now am the guy who go, so does this make my ass look good? I go, you don't want me to answer it. You've already determined for me. So don't ask me questions like this at all. These are questions I don't answer. No, seriously. No, I'm fucking dead serious. I'm not.
Like John has I've been fucked over one too many times syndrome.
Yes.
And there is such a syndrome. Yes.
My motto is for everybody. Don't ask me a question if you might be afraid to hear an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the truth? The truth is you can't handle the truth.
I just don't. I just don't even want to hear the damn question. Just keep it.
Poor John.
Go find a mirror. Stand on a chair. Do whatever you got to do. Do a little spin. Gaze upon yourself in the reflective surface.
Okay, John. Maybe the problem is, you got the crazy bitches up there in Maine. I mean, maybe you need to go elsewhere.
There's no crazy
to find a chick.
Well, I tried Kansas. Okay. I tried California. That doesn't work. This doesn't work.
See, he's not smart.
It may be me.
No.
As amazingly as that.
No way. No, come on now.
I can't see it being you.
See, because and
I'm a chick.
Amanda, I've told the story 100 times. I don't know if I told you though. See, like for Valentine's Day, what I did to my wife tonight, she got home from work. We ran over to CVS really quick before it ended because tomorrow's VD day, right?
Okay.
So I grabbed the card. I goes, here, hurry up, read it. She read it and went, Happy Valentine's Day. Now I don't have to buy it. John taught me how to do that.
See?
Yeah. So actually, Steve and I agreed that we don't do homie don't play VD day. Oh, that's awesome. Homie don't play VD day. I actually have a huge problem with the over, what do you call it?
Hallmark holidays.
The over marketing of holidays like this, when you are supposed to love someone and do things for people, the one that you love all fucking year. Get up in your thick skull all year, not one day.
I hear you. So get rid of Mother's Day because you guys don't need it.
But
Mother's Day every day.
We don't.
Fucking Mother's Day every day.
It's like the wedding ring.
I agree.
That's all. The wedding ring thing is fake. I mean, De Beers started that, and they've got everybody convinced that does your man love you? He has to spend this much. Now, get this, and women, not just a few, almost all believe that The true measure of love is only done once, and it is dependent upon how much money he gave to the jewelry store for this right here. That's the true measure of love. Because you give your wife a small one, she might be like, Jesus, holy shit. Next time, I tell you what, why don't we go let me help you pick one? Oh my God.
We can see the bullshit in some of these holidays. Mother's Day, right? Mother's Day sale. What do you see on Mother's Day sale? Every kiss begins with K, De Beers, all these jewelry places for Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Get her a gift for Mother's Day.
When's the last time you bought your mother a fucking
diamonds? Diamonds are forever. Mother's Day. What about Father's Day? Father's Day sale. Target has cargo shorts for $14.99. Father's Day sale.
Or a big bag of socks.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Here's another little thing that people would never. I don't know if they'd understand this about me. I was married twice to two men who never got me a ring. I've never had a ring, and I'm going to be 44 next month. So I would say that someone like me, like over time, it's just that my feelings
44?
were. Yeah, I'll be 44 next,
Stevie,
in about a month.
Liar. Stevie told me you were 54. I told him no fucking way. I goes, there's no way she's fucking older than me.
Sure, come on. We'll have a good time. We'll have some laughs.
That's what he told me. He told me you were 54. Yeah. I'm like, Stevie, there's no fucking way she's a year older than me.
People have a hard time believing I'm 44 most of the time.
Fucking Stevie's such a liar.
Yeah. But I get that people think I'm like 5 or 6 or 7 years younger than I am. But I will say that it is like a sore subject for me because I never had the weddings. I never had weddings along with the no rings thing. I also didn't have weddings and I didn't have honeymoons. So whenever I would talk to other women or friends who did have nice rings or who were married a long time and had monumental anniversary type rings and jewelry and stuff, I would cry. I would go to bed and I would cry myself to sleep. Like I wouldn't cry in front of them.
They would say, Amanda, you're never going to have a ring like this.
Amanda, you're never going to have a ring like this ever.
Well,
you see this? You're not going to have a diamond this big. He's not going to spend this much money on you. Never.
That's right. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
No, but listen. Here's the thing. It
hurts my feelings though. I understand that that's sort of like a thing, but it's like
you just kept on saying if you love a guy and he loves you and you love him, right? So
yeah.
Why does he have to go out and get you a?
It's not.
Why does he have to go out and buy you diamond earrings?
Okay, all right. Let me finish. Mike, hear me. Mike. Let me just say it. Okay. That in these particular instances, I never would have wanted a very expensive ring. The only thing that I would have wanted per tradition would have been them to get me something that symbolizes our relationship. And literally, I am that type of chick that will polish a sterling silver ring that you paid $25 for with a fake diamond in it because you gave it to me. I would love it. And they couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do that.
Long ago.
So do you see what I'm saying?
Long ago,
the only thing she'll polish on.
Long ago, what a man would do would be. My grandfather did this. They would set out and they would make your stuff. Make it. They would make your.
Which is very cool.
My grandfather actually took for my grandmother. He made her a solid copper ring. All right.
Yep.
He made the ring for her. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he etched it for her. All right. Then he tumbled it and polished it for her, and he made her ring. Now, for her, later on, she got a different ring and had other rings and things like that. But for her, just that one, though, particular one, that's what it used to be. De Beers is the one that came out. The jewelry company De Beers came out there, and they wanted everybody to understand that that's not how a woman can understand the measure of love. The true measure of love is 3 months' pay given to me. Yeah. You must give me 3 months of your pay to prove to her that you feel this way about me.
Yeah, which is really fucked up, especially when you say it like that. It's fucked up, and also
that's what it is. That's exactly,
and it's true, and it's very. I'm on a panel of 5 other men right now, and I'm saying I fully fucking agree with you.
That's
I
why
am just the chick.
Why you
I
get
am just the.
engaged when you work at McDonald's. not
I
when
am
you-
no. Here's the other thing. How many times can you go on OfferUp? I just saw it like last week. So this guy posted an engagement set thing from Levion with those chocolate diamonds. You know, the Levion, and he posted the ring and the band and stuff. For like, you take a major hit when it's like a car, like the day when the day you walk out of there.
Yeah, I'd like to make a return, please.
I can remember bartending, and this girl come in. And she's trying to get her boyfriend out of the bar. She kept calling the bar. And I'm like, hon, he's probably not in the mood right now, so just don't bother. If he's not calling you, he's not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm coming down and getting him. I said, I don't give a rat's ass. I said, but you're not going to make a scene. Okay. So she comes down. Of course, they get in a battle. I was, did I tell you you're not going to make a scene? She says, no, this is the last scene I'm going to make, Mike. She takes her ring off, chucks it, and says, you can take your $5,000 ring too, you asshole. I'm done with you. So I look at him, I go, does that mean the wedding's off? And it's just...
Mm-hmm. Ouch,
he goes and gets the $5,000 ring, picks it up off the goddamn floor, right? I go, and I looked right at him, and I never forget, I go, if you don't trade that fucking money for that in for cash tomorrow morning, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Gives it back to him. They get married. They're done. They were done in 2 years. I'm like, you jackass. You pay for a wedding. You pay for a ring. You ain't getting none of them back.
And the weddings are...
Wow. Yeah.
I've done them.
No, mine didn't cost. My wedding didn't cost you that much.
Yeah, I never had a wedding. I never
been
had
on a panel with all these scorned hard people. I mean,
I did everything in one spot, though. I didn't do it
I had a
church.
great time at my wedding.
I've done them. I've done them correctly, and I've done them poorly. I mean, I did one in Naples, Florida. I did.
Not everybody marries their soulmate, Ohio.
Did the Chart House and the Ritz Carlton and all, and that was done. That was done. That was a lot of money. And I've done, the simple wedding. I mean, just the simple base one. Of course, that one didn't work out either. So, but I mean, good Lord Almighty, these people. I've been in the industry before, and I mean, these people spend ridiculous sums of money on.
I didn't.
Mm.
If I spent,
now think about it.
If I spent $8,000, $9,000 at my wedding, I'd be amazed.
But people are like arguing and upset about whether or not we're going to do chicken or beef. And I mean,
both.
They're ready to kill each other. I mean,
Yeah.
and then there's seating arrangements and this and that and this and that. But then there's what I call the fake motivational factor. All right, guys aren't girls. Now, a lot of people don't know that, but guys are not girls. So guys, when they turn 6, don't start getting books together and go, my dream wedding. No, the guys don't do that. When they turn 14, they haven't planned it and got the whole thing all day. They haven't named their kid. No, we don't. No, we haven't. And a lot of girls do. All right. So then when that day finally arrives, the guy's supposed to have that excitement. You need to have my excitement. And that's what I learned is not good. That's a bad call because I didn't have that excitement. I'm like, look, I've done this. Did it again. Did it again.
Did it again.
It's
did it again.
Trust me. Well, fine.
I mean, you're supposed to do that 5 times.
Yeah.
Did it again.
It was number.
Did it again.
It was number 4. Number 4 when I wasn't excited about being a part of any of it. I'm like, I'll just show up.
You see, what I did.
Get the checks, and that'll be that.
The secret is what I did. You go to the jewelry place, and you buy like the $4,000 ring, and then you bring it back the next day and say you changed your mind. After you made a copy of that receipt. And then you go to Kmart and you buy a cubic zirconia ring that looks like the one that you picked out. And then you
Did you really do that?
I still have the same receipt.
See, now I did.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did get mine at a hell of a deal. Anyone who buys them retail is nuts. Because
You should buy them in a
Amanda's
pawn
like,
shop.
I'm going to call her right now.
A pawn shop.
I'm going to call her. You need to give me Cheryl's number right now.
Do it in a pawn shop, or like I did, I went to an auction. All right, an auction that had some estate jewelry, and I was able to get a lovely ring.
I bought hers at K's.
Pawn shop jewelry is the best.
Comedian Ron White. Ron White was talking about
Johnny K's jewelers.
Diamonds. He was like, diamonds take her breath away. He's like, what they really meant was diamonds. That'll shut her up.
Right.
For a while.
But I mean, yeah, I got mine at an estate auction, and one of them I've bought real ones before, but this was a beautiful ring. It was a great ring, and I got a killer deal on because they drop it on a scale. They put it on a scale. Only the big diamonds are the ones they worry about, and if you get a normal, it had diamonds around it, and it wasn't a solitaire at all. They just dropped it on the scale and give me the price. I was like, hell freaking yeah. And it was gold. It was diamonds. And I was like, it's gold and it's diamonds. Score. And I ended up paying like $640, I think it was, $640.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean,
probably what for something that's worth triple that.
But remember, all those quotes you get are all for insurance, and they're BS. I mean, if you buy a ring at K's, you buy a ring at a jewelry store.
That's where I bought my wife's rings, K's.
You want to know what it's worth? Go to the pawn shop and say, "Excuse me, what can I pawn this for?" This is the sad part you'll see. They'll drop it on a scale. They'll go $420. You go, yeah, but dude, that's $420.
Yeah, but that's a pawn shop, man. They'll also tell you $200 for a goddamn block.
They'll give you a really good idea of what that thing is worth for scrap, though, because you can always double that. And no, he's going to have to make double his money. So if you see these rings, and people, if these things aren't certified diamond, this, that, S1 grade, and all, if it's just a regular diamond, you may not be getting that great of a diamond.
I bought my wife a real diamond. Cost me enough money, and
hey, gear. What did you buy the wife? I want to know what gear bought the wife.
Took me forever to pay it off.
He's pleading the fifth.
Told me she wanted a ring, so I said, "All right."
Went to the gumball machine.
Give me your hand. She's like, "Here." And I said, "Which finger?" And she was like, "Oh, this one." I'm like, "All right." And I drew a ring on her finger.
I love gear.
It's permanent, sweetheart. It's permanent.
Well, have you seen these new ones that guys do lately with the
rubber rings?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
Silicone.
Whatever the
they
fuck
have a place.
I actually think they're kind of good.
I had to take mine off. My wedding band is my grandfather's wedding band.
Mine's silicone.
And when I started gaining weight, it was getting tight around my finger, and I said to myself, they're not cutting the fucking thing off my finger, because I've seen that with guys and girls way too many times. They're not ruining this fucking ring. So I took it off. I haven't worn my wedding band in over a year, and so it's in the drawer, and in the. But a nylon, whatever the fuck those things are, I could care two shits about. So she says, "Go get one." I said, "No, I don't want one of those." I goes, why do I need a ring to know I'm married? I know I'm fucking married. I walk through the back door every fucking day, don't I? You know what I mean? It's like,
well, here's what I think is interesting. You just dawned on me, is that was exactly my point earlier, which is, when I said that a ring is, I really always wanted a ring because it was a symbol rather than you spending a shit ton of money. Well, and I said that didn't even happen. Well, so now guys are wearing these silicone ones like Ohio has as a symbol. They want other people to know that they're married. It's a symbol thing, and they're not. How come we can't? But if you were to transfer that to a woman, that would never happen. You know what I mean? For a woman to ring as a symbol.
She says to me, my wife teases me, right? And she says, "Oh, you don't wear it because you're still a bachelor in your mind, you know. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And she goes, that's so people, you know, the girls that you talk to will know that you think that you're not married. I said to her, I said, let me explain something to you. She says, what?
Yeah.
I go, it's better to have a ring on my finger. She goes, why? I says, because when you don't have a ring on your finger, here's their thought process, same as mine. They don't have a ring on their finger. I don't want them to love me. They have a ring on their finger. That means they're going to go home that night.
Yep.
I go,
that's so true.
I go, and girls do it. They say it's a challenge. You know, the guy's got a wedding band. This is going to be now it's a challenge.
If the guy's married, he all of a sudden, you know, okay, I'm just going to be superficial. If I'm walking into a bar and I'm by myself right now, I walk into a bar and there's 4 guys that hit on me. 2 of the guys don't have rings on, and the other 2 guys have rings on, right? Well, I'm saying like 2. Like I'm giving myself all these guys. That's awesome. Let's just say it's 1 and 1, right? The guy with the ring, and let's say they both have game. Right? Let's say they're not stupid. They come with any stupid lines or anything. Please don't go with any stupid lines. I mean, I've taught Steve how to pick up bitches the proper way at a bar if he wants to, but I mean, you have these 2, and I walk in, and which one am I going to end up leaving with most likely? What am I going to think? What goes through my head? Here's what goes through my head. Well, this guy right here with the ring that's sitting on me, he's probably not happy. He may just be lying, but he may not be happy because otherwise he wouldn't be at the bar. The bar is no place for a married man. No husband of mine has ever walked into a bar and spent any time in a bar, or you are fucking done. Bar trash is bar trash, period. Okay, that's how I feel about that. But if this guy's in the bar, if I'm in that situation, I'm thinking he's in the bar, he's not getting laid, the wife's not putting out, he's not happy. He probably has money. He has money in here. He has money to spend. He's trying to buy me drinks and shit. He probably knows how to treat a woman. That's how he got with one. This guy over here, he may be the eternal bachelor. He may be he can't keep a woman. He probably doesn't have any fucking money. He's just running his fucking mouth. You know? And so that's what goes through a woman's mind. All these things. So I agree. I'm probably more likely to leave with the married man.
You know, you girls are messed up.
That's what goes through.
It got so quiet
in here, you could hear a fucking pin drop between the 5 of you.
I'd go to Boston. When I'm single, I go to Boston. You go to the bars in Boston. Everybody, oh, Mike, check this girl's ass. I'll check that. Yeah. In a half a second. Give me a minute, will you? I'm looking at their fucking hand. You got a ring on your finger? No? Good. You got a ring on your finger? You do? Oh, you have a ring on your finger? Hang on. I'll be right over there. And yeah, but the guys are laughing at me. And they're like, what do you mean, Mike? If they're married, what? I goes, they're going home. I don't. He goes, what do you mean? I goes, dude, I'm only out here getting laid. I'm not looking to fucking.
Yeah, if you go to the bar looking for somebody, that's why I never went to the bar looking for anybody. I was never a regular bar hopper person. I don't believe in doing that. It's the bars are not. I've seen way too many horrible things go down in bars. Alcohol and trying to find a mate, at least more of a serious one, kind of don't mix. But if you're looking to get laid, go to the bar.
Mate, they're looking to be mating.
Yeah, it's like if I'm looking to bang, I'll go to the local bar. But I'm sorry, I'm not desperate, and I don't need to go to the bar and get drunk to get laid. So, yeah. Anyway, you get what you pay for, okay? And when you go into a bar, you're paying for alcohol for white trash or for trash, alcoholism and trash.
You're overpaying for alcohol.
I never thought the bars were all that awesome. It's because, well, see, that's one of the beauties about being cheap is I just go $7 for a beer. I can buy a 12-pack for that.
But I'm the same way. I'm like totally the same way, and I'll look at it like that. Like, golly, like, why so much? $7
for a beer.
What's that? Why so much?
It's for the atmosphere.
Is it magic or something? What comes with the magic beer of yours?
Right.
I'm more inclined to actually get, if I'm at a bar, which is so rare, by the way. In the past, I've been more inclined. No, not. I'm more inclined to get just a draft beer, You get more for your money. It fills you up faster, and it gives me a little bit of a buzz on. Yeah, like if I'm a Coors Light. I'm a Coors Light. Shit.
Coors Light. That's not drinker. You might as well just drink water.
I never was a Budweiser person. Never.
You're not a Bud girl?
No, I like Guinness. I used to like Guinness. I used to like Hart.
I have a poster of Budweiser girls in bathing suits, and I think you're on that poster.
maybe like 25 years ago. maybe like 25 years ago. I don't know.
Budweiser was the best.
Back in the day, I used to enjoy wearing my wedding ring in public because I never got flirted so much in my life.
So you put it on.
When I was wearing my ring.
I'm telling you.
Well, you're
a target.
Yep.
It's the way it works.
It's so weird like that, but I just gave you insight into the mind of a psycho bitch.
But I have a question for Ohio. Here. Now, this is just the cheap me coming out.
Okay.
All right. So I can walk into a Home Depot, go around to the paint department, get myself a container of 100% silicone caulking, set it down, and get charged $7.50. That'll make probably 600 rings. What does one of those things cost?
I got a 5-pack with 5 different colors.
Oh,
for $2.99 at Walmart.
I already like that. 5-pack. I'm wearing this. I got Monday's ring too. I got
a black one. I got a black one, a blue one, a silver one.
I know somebody who told me, he said 75. I'm like, you paid $75 for less than a teaspoon of silicone caulking.
Oh no! I bought mine at Walmart and got a 5-pack. It was like $3 for 5 of them.
Now, if you were to flip that
silver, like a grayish silver.
If we were to flip what, man?
A blue one, a green one, and a tan one. So I could, if I decide I want to wear khakis and go shooting and look all tactical, I can wear my tan wing.
No, I'm just saying, God forbid if you flip that on a woman and said, "Hey, baby, I know that ring doesn't fit you anymore. Wear these as a symbol. Here, I got you this 5-pack of them."
Mine.
I can hear. I can hear.
You motherfucker!
I can hear the hell in your head. And she's like, she's got her hand out. All right. You go, well, I'm going to let you put it on because there's 5 in this pack, you see? So I looked through the closet, saw some of the dresses. I think this will pretty much go with what. Here you go. You go ahead, pick out the one for. Oh my God!
Right. I went with the silicone because of incidents that happened.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware. I actually have gotten my ring finger cut. I stopped wearing mine because when I was at Depot, it got caught. And when it got caught, I could not get it off, and I was afraid I was going to end up hurting myself. So it finally came off, and I went. All I said to her was, "Look, you pick the reason why, since you're going to do it anyways, and then focus on that reason and make it a big, gigantic ordeal. And then when we're done, it'll go wherever it goes from there. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't wear it because of work. So you do your thing."
I had a gold band that got smashed, and I had to go to the hospital to have it taken. They had to cut it to take it off.
Right. You see,
then for some reason I thought, hey, titanium. You can't bend titanium. It's a good fucking metal. Blah blah blah.
Titanium is kind of cheap too, as far as a ring is concerned.
It's cheaper, but it's like indestructible. But guess what? When it gets caught on something, it wants to take the finger with you. So it almost ripped my finger off.
I will tell you that I had I don't know how indestructible titanium really is because I supposedly had titanium glasses before these. When I first moved here, I got in a car accident where a little girl was texting and she hit me going like 70 miles an hour when I was pulling out. I nearly died in that accident. My car flipped a bunch of times. When the airbags deployed, every airbag deployed. And when they did, and hit me right in the face, of course, those supposed titanium glasses shattered in about 200 pieces. Swear to God.
Well, they're not.
Swear to God.
Glasses are another gigantic. I mean,
I dropped some major, John. I dropped some major dough on my glasses.
I have had so much fun with those. I mean, I've literally gone in and gotten glasses that are like sunglasses, and then take them into Pearl and go, these are the frames. I literally popped up thing. These are the frames. There's the prescription, and they literally will cut the glasses for it. And it's like, there you go. I'm not paying $500 because you figure how much. What are they? Are they magic? What are they made of? They're made of steel wire. You're like, how much does steel wire cost? And why? Just because this says, what is it?
Later by the tinted ones. So when you go outside and the sun's out, it's tints for you.
Okay, I have a different theory. I have a different theory altogether about glasses. Glasses are one of the only things that I drop major money on. And if you're with me, you're going to drop major money too.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I have 3 kids.
Because John, listen to this now. Understand what I'm saying. Glasses are for me, they're a permanent accessory. They are not reading glasses. They're a permanent accessory. Like when that's all you damn freaking see. Oh, that blonde with the glasses. Oh, that blonde with the glasses. When all you see is my glasses, I want them to be top of the line.
That's not what
my
I'd be
glasses
saying.
are top
I
of the
saw you in the store. Didn't know you. Listen to me. I wouldn't say the blonde with the glasses.
But look, right now, I can't tell. I cannot tell what your glasses are. Okay, I cannot tell what your glasses are. Now,
yes, you can. There's a big G right here, and it says it's Gucci. You know it's Gucci. If it's Roberto Cavalli, you have a little tiger right here.
I'm a guy.
I understand her point though. She has to have
Christian Dior. I used to have a big D right here.
She has to have a decent fit. It's like me with my work boots.
Yeah.
See, for me, glasses were different. I had an insurance. This is a weird one too. I had an insurance plan when I was with Home Depot. They made you go get glasses every year. Really? I tell them, I don't need glasses. They go, you have to get a pair of glasses every year. I'm like, I don't need any. No joke. I have an entire container filled
with glasses
that I've never worn. They maybe go out and get them every freaking year. This is the same pair I've had for, I don't know how long I've had these. And they're just literally friggin' glasses. That's it. Glasses for driving. That's it.
Okay.
Off they come. But I mean, they made me get them. And when I would walk in, I didn't give a crap. I would walk in, they go, so we want to try on some different frames? I'm like, I don't give a crap. Find a pair of frames that look halfway decent. That'll be it. Didn't give a shit.
Why don't you tell them, Steve? Why don't you tell them what you did? He's in trouble.
I'd rather Steve show. Whoa! I'd rather have him show us.
He's in trouble because.
No, stop. I'd rather have him show us what he did.
Because John's talking, and all of a sudden I look at Steve, and Steve just starts laughing. Steve is laughing for two different reasons. Steve is laughing for one of two different reasons. Either somebody said something hilarious in the side chat, or he was thinking of something to say to me that was super fucking corny. that he was making himself literally crack up over, which he does on a regular basis.
I totally was.
And I'm going to tell you, since I can't put it in the room, and I wish I could, I said I used to have a pair of Christian Dior glasses. There used to be the Dior was in diamonds, a big D. I said a big D. And he texted, he started cracking up laughing, turning red. And then he texted me, I got a big D for you. Motherfucker.
Detroit, baby.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. 8 Mile, man. 8 Mile, 5 Mile.
Hey, what did you tell him?
Mikey, I've got a request here from Armament Axis. He sent me a picture and he wants me to share it for Jesse.
Oh, God.
Yeah, all right. Hang on.
New message standing by.
Sweet.
A little husky.
Got his own little pillow.
Siberian.
That's so cute.
Those are beautiful
Siberian
animal.
husky. That is a beautiful dog. Wow.
Yeah. One blue eye, one regular eye.
Very good.
That's a good dog. A beautiful dog.
She has the same frame since 2001. I swear to God,
I don't know. Not me. That's
I
just.
can't even do.
You will see me wear Dollar Tree bullshit on my ass. You will. I'll sit there and wear Dollar Tree. I'll see Dollar Tree thongs. Okay,
Steve, that's too easy.
But I will have.
Steve, it's way too easy.
But I will have designer glasses.
Going by.
I spend. I'll put. I have put mine together. I don't know how many freaking times. I have a whole thing to put them all back together again. I repair the same pair over and over again. I've never even busted out.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, John. When I get to Maine and we're hanging out and stuff like we did with Ohio. When I get to Maine, we hang out. The first thing I'm going to fucking do is bring you to the eyeglass store, and we're going to get you the smoothest motherfucking pair of glasses you have ever owned.
Glasses for me, you have to be able to
put it in that box with his other ones.
Yeah, I got to be able to walk in, go, okay, la la la, and then go. All right, that's what glasses do for me. I drive with them, off they come, fling them. Because my vision's messed up. Like right here, I have to get up like this to see. And
I have reading glasses.
I have my reading glasses, but my reading glasses are only for going like this. It's that in between. So I see better taking these off and just throw them. Take them off, toss them. I can see better like that, and I'm on the computer.
Like Steve is being stubborn. I want to get him designer glasses, and he's fucking stubborn, just like you all would be. Really fucking stubborn.
But there's no listen.
Designer.
Listen, guys are like listen. You tell us about girls. You tell us about girls, but guys are like this. You're never gonna see me go. Why, Steve? Turn your head slightly. Look at that. Are those Dolce Gabbanas? Wow, Steve.
Oh, that is.
You're looking at. Listen to me, Amanda. Amanda, you want to chat with four guys who aren't interested in Versace. We're not interested
John, all I know is when he said Dolce & Gabbana, my pussy got wet. That's all I know.
I can tell you this much, and the only reason I can say that is because I heard some commercial about with a bunch of ugly chicks wearing horrible clothing earlier, and it was real or something like that, and they were saying Dolce & Gabbana. That's why it's a secondhand resale place called Real or something like that, and it's got this girl who wears this nauseating one-piece outfit. I just thought it all looked horrible. The designer stuff literally looks terrible to me. You want to looks good? You want to looks really good? I'm this guy.
Steve, do I need to bust out my Cavalli glasses to show these fools again what a good designer frame looks like?
It won't work because tell you what, if you have those glasses on, all right, and a girl walks by in a pair of Daisy Dukes with that world famous T-shirt pulled up over her belly button and tied in a knot, I'm not even going to know you have glasses on. I'm not even going to.
That's awesome, dear.
I'm gonna just go out here and
Ohio, it better be in support of me or else.
No, I'm gonna get everybody all sexed up. Here's Mikey, you ready? I'm gonna get you turned on with a few words. You ready?
I doubt it. Good.
I doubt it.
Center ice tickets to the Bruins game.
I'll go.
See, he's all ready to go.
I'm dumb with sports, so it won't do me no good.
Dr. Steve, I got 4 cases of primers. Your name all over it.
Yeah, you got him. There you go.
Yeah, instant hard on. Instant hard on.
Let me think about
instant.
Gear. Hey, gear. I've got 3 coconut cream pies waiting for you, buddy.
Gilligan.
Golly.
I gotta hear mine. What's mine?
He's got $100 gift certificate to Dollar Store.
That was good, man. That was good.
Did you know you can use coupons at the Dollar Tree? Because I did the other day, and the cashier goes, I didn't even know we took coupons. So he had to get the manager, and I'm like, I'm trying to save $1. This coupon is $1.
I had a woman in front of me who did it, and I looked at her and she went, "You can do that, you know?" I went, "Yeah." I went, "Hun, it's $1."
Yes, but if
you're buying 30 items,
I'm
If you're
just
buying
John, if you
30
can use a
items-
coupon, you can use it. You know what I used to? I can't tell you what I used a coupon on actually.
Yeah.
but
John,
But
Amanda,
I won't do certain things. Okay. Now at the dog, it's just like everyone who comes with me to the Dollar Tree gets angry, and I mean everybody, because I have a rule. They're so nice to Rhett. We shag the parking lot every time when we go. So and Rhett jumps out. Rhett's ready to go. He heads off, starts grabbing carts. So it's in a big strip mall. So we literally shag the parking lot, and I'm rolling in like 30 carts at a time. And we bring them in. They love it. This is all a bunch of old ladies. They love it. But I mean, there's certain things I won't do, which I'm not going to ask them to take coupons for $1 item. I won't do that. And I'm a cheap bastard. I'm cheap.
well,
then
I've actually been on the phone with Amanda where they pay her to take stuff out of their store.
they
Hey,
do.
I've got John's if you want to hear it.
Okay, I got to hear it.
I
Ready
got
for this big guy? I've got an attorney that's willing to work for you that hates the state of Maine. That's do it pro bono.
Ooh, boy, that's
Hey, look at that! Look, I got it.
that's
Instant hard on. Instant hard on.
That's
Instant.
actually good. That's actually good. I would actually. Yeah, you might have me there. Yeah. Oh, I like that. It's a good one. Very well done. Very well done.
Oh. Leave it till Ohio.
I can't do the coupon. I wouldn't be able to do it. But I've seen the ladies do it, and they're excited. They're excited.
Like it literally sexually turns me on.
What's the
when I save money, I'm like, oh my god.
Hey, what's the
is
guinea's
so
name
sexy.
that sells what's the guinea's name that sells the fucking expensive suits?
Oh,
Armani?
Yes, Armani. Yes.
Like so,
I
we
was
had
about
this.
to say Versace.
We had this.
Okay.
We had this discussion before, and my wife said something about hitting the lottery, or whatever. I go, listen to me. You
Armani
understand?
suit.
I said, you understand? I'm not wasting my money on an Armani suit if I hit the lottery. She goes, Michael, you win millions of dollars, you're not going to buy.
Warehouse.
I go, no. You know what I'm going to buy? I'm going to buy 9 pair of Levi's, another pair of fucking decent work boots. I go, I'm not.
Right.
Wakes, weddings,
Mike.
wakes, weddings, and funerals.
You would be surprised if you had the dough.
The only time you see me in the tie.
Okay, this is where.
What?
This is where I get. This is where I get confused socially. I get confused socially because people. Well, okay. I tend to gravitate more towards if I had 2 people. If I had a guy over here with an overgrown beard who never trims it.
Yep.
You know, he has a real tree hat on.
You realize you're pointing that gear, right?
Yeah, I'm pointing.
You're
gear.
pointing.
Sure. Take note, gear. And he's he's wearing like Wrangler jeans from fucking Walmart.
Yep.
And he's wearing like fucking those tennis shoes with no name you get from Kmart. And then you have this guy over here, and let's say they both have the same exact argument to me. If I look over at this guy over here who has a nice pair of glasses on, he has a nice black, a 5'11" tactical hat on. He has a nice clean t-shirt, even if it's white, for God's sake. He has a nice pair of Levi's. Let's just say he has a nice pair of fucking Levi's. A nice pair of $50, $60 Levi's.
Money from you.
And he has a pair of let's just say really, really, really nice kicks on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen a lot closer to the guy that puts himself together well than I am to this guy over here who's like, you can't even dress yourself. You can't even dress yourself. Look in the mirror. Did you look in the mirror today? You can't dress yourself.
That's true until you need the other guy.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If the other guy's a tow truck driver,
but here's the thing. And
you're
this is
broken
why
down the side of the road, you're going to listen to the guy.
And this is why I don't judge anybody.
And they're not anti.
I do my best not to. By what
I see. I struck a chord. I struck
not
a
with
chord.
me.
A sensitive spot.
With me? No.
Bling, bling.
No. I just don't, because it's just not me. It's just it.
So you're telling me that you wouldn't buy the finer things in life if you had the fucking dough to do it?
Here's what I would buy: the finer things in life. I would probably buy whatever the fully loaded, all that stuff, F-350. Yes, I'd buy that. Okay. I would build on my own. Go to whatever state would allow me to build it, not have somebody pay to do it. Right? Get the people that can help me with it, and go get a log cabin
Mike,
somewhere along.
yeah, and you have the marble countertops and everything else too.
See, there's where you're wrong, though, honey. Never happened. Never happened.
No matter how much dough you had.
Listen to me. That's not me. I'm not a marble guy. I'm not an Armani suit guy. I don't wear. I told you. Here's when I wear. Here's when I have to wear a tie. You ready? Wakes, weddings, and funerals.
And the occasional graduation.
And I've already told my family, I croak. The first one of you sons of bitches that wears a fucking tie, I'm going to slap you right in the head.
See, my clothes, I don't care if I won the lottery.
I'm not a tie guy. If you ask
clothes for comfort.
If you came to my house and asked my daughter what her father's favorite color is, my youngest daughter, she's going to say camouflage. And I keep telling honey, that's a print, that's not a color.
My favorite color is clear.
Great. Awesome. I think all women should be required to wear clear.
I'm not going to go to some French restaurant in the city of Boston. You know, that's just not me.
There's just certain things that I would spend the money on if I had it. There are certain things I spend the money on now that I probably shouldn't, I suppose. That's probably why I have credit card debt. And probably the majority of you don't have credit card debt, but I do. I wonder if that speaks to not a ton, but I have enough. Let's just say I have good credit, but I have a lot of credit cards. And I have a lot of credit left on those credit cards, but there are certain things that I just like to have, certain things. And I like them to be nicer things.
Having things is no problem. Having things is no problem. To each their own person. But the thing is, though, now I'm going to be straight.
I know what she's saying because, like she had mentioned her eyeglasses, they have to be a specific.
But
I'm like that with my work boots, though.
But that's fine.
I need a $300 pair of work boots. I can't go to fucking wherever and buy a $100, $80 pair of work boots because guess what I'm doing in 8 months after that? I'm buying another goddamn pair of work boots.
But see, now that's what I mean by it. It's all relative. It's all relative to certain things, but each person doesn't understand the other. Like I don't understand $1,900 glasses. Right. I understand. Now, Steve can tell you this too. I understand the difference between a $7 skew chisel and a $90 skew chisel.
Absolutely.
I have 10 fingers. Okay. This is generally as a result of having a much nicer skew chisel. Okay. So this will save my fingers. What in the hell is she doing?
She's using that distraction mode.
She's like,
you're starting to make a point. You're starting to make arguments. You gotta go. She's got to play dirty. Starting to win, so she's got to play dirty.
Doesn't let you capture a shot like on your phone, you know.
Hi, Wolverine. You don't even know me, punk.
But see, now you understand the classes for you. I don't understand those. But now, if I showed you a chunk of wood that had a large, 18-inch blade on it, you'd be like, "What's this for?" I use it for a little edge inside on a game call. It's not going to make any damn sense to you. All right?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. Right. I mean, so everything. I understand everything's relative, but for me, those things that you seem to love to me are they're nothing to me.
They're insignificant. Yeah.
They're not to me at all. But now, Mikey in a 350, you got my attention. Having a great truck is to me is amazing. And it's just like when he said the log cabin. If I was able to get back to money again, I would want to have a farm. I want to be able to take care.
Are you serious?
I want to be able to take care of me and my. I hate city. City to me is absolute living hell.
But there's you don't skimp on. You don't buy the store brand bleach or window cleaner. You have to buy Windex and you have to buy Clorox because that store brand is shit. Now, store brand cereal, that's good. Store brand jelly, that's good. Peanut butter, stuff like that.
Sure.
I like the old
certain products that you have to buy name brand, or you just getting shit. Like you go buy store brand window cleaner, like a Windex knockoff. You'd be washing that same window for 4 days trying to get the streaks.
But if you buy vinegar, it works wonderful.
Yeah,
Actually, if you buy vinegar and use a microfiber towel, it will work absolutely amazingly.
Amazing. I mean, because that's what I do. I mean, that's what I. But see now, each person has their things. All right, each person has their stuff. I mean, you have people that it's some of it's hilarious and some of it actually makes sense. Now, Ohio's a fan of the real Clorox and the Windex. You have other people that are fans of certain things until the day you show them on the back of the label. You go, what's that say right there? And then they find out that that company doesn't even make that.
I can't let you in.
They've never made it ever. They're actually buying it, having it made, and then putting their name on the label. And people will swear by those too. So it's all relative to the individual, whatever it is.
Well, I don't think about this for a second. I don't think that they would actually have like cross pens, for instance. Cross pens, like there's people that just literally will not write with any other kind of pen but the top of the line pens.
Right, and I've lived in the top of the line area. Don't get me wrong. I know what you're talking about. I know what it's like to have somebody. I can identify if you walked up to me and you went here, and I saw that famous curved star on the top. I go, oh, Mont Blanc, very nice. I like Mont Blanc pens. Those are very nice. I can tell certain watches when you go, oh, look, okay, that's a
see, now that's one thing you'll never find on me.
Movado,
whether it's $20.
Movado's nice.
I'm not a watch guy either. But hang on, I got to read something for Ohio because Amon and Axis wrote, let's turn this in a firearms direction about money and ask what Ohio did with a cheap Mosin or what he's seen me do with it at our range. People think you can buy skill. So I'm asking Ohio.
Oh, no, my cheap Mosin, my $89 Mosin, I can hit a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of steel at 600 yards with no sights, just with iron sights, no scope, no nothing. That's called
so the answer is you cannot buy skill.
Yeah,
and that's probably true.
Yeah, I think
all right, Jess or Gear, which one is this coming in?
Are they both in the basement?
I don't have the thing Stevie has. I don't have the ability to have 42 people in here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we should have just. That's why Steve just needs to do a chat next time so that you can't have like 10 people on.
Well, I texted him, but he was still mudding at the time.
Well, the thing is,
so it was late.
Who's in the basement?
Yeah.
What? There's nobody in the basement.
Because I'll drop out too. Who wants to come in? Jess?
There's nobody in there. There's nobody in the basement. Gia left to allow Jess to get on, and then Jess said, no, I'm sorry, you can't call her that anymore. Now I have to call her Gunpowder Beauty. She found her account.
Yeah, you said don't use first names anyway, punk.
Hey, listen, I don't know who you're talking to, Toots, but I'm Italian. Italians ain't punks.
Are you talking to me? You talking to me?
I know. You got to do it like the Italian broads. You got to get the hand going. Put a slipper in your hand. Put a spoon in your hand.
Use my hand.
Throw some jersey.
Put a wooden spoon in your hand.
Throw some jersey in there. You got to have.
I'm going to hit you with it. Is what's going to happen.
And you have to be loud. Because I haven't met an Italian woman yet that's fucking quiet.
Okay, Steve will tell you. I can be very loud. I can talk with my hands more.
I don't mean behind the door. I mean.
Yeah, that too.
I don't mean behind
that
the door.
too. Yeah, that too.
I mean just in general.
Loud all the way around.
That's because you're yelling at him. I thought you. I can't say that. I want it, but I can't do it.
What is that? No. What is that?
What is that?
I'm gonna get some bullets.
That little thing.
I'm gonna get some bullets.
Right on, bullets.
Welcome back, Gunpowder Beauty.
And nobody made fun of me the way that you did, Steve. You and Oily.
That's because you're a Russian spy and they're scared of you because she shoots.
You're a Russian spy.
They should be scared of me.
Why?
See, I'm not scared of you, but because I'm not scared of you, I'm gonna tell you, after watching this stream tonight, you have been a little judgy, and you need to calm down a bit.
Gunpowder. If I rub a tit on you and kiss you, would that calm you down?
You're going the wrong way. You're looking at Ohio. Yeah, look that way. There you go.
I thought we were friends. Like, I really thought we were friends, but tonight you've gone on all
Ohio's like, thanks, Mike.
Hey, look, Jesse.
I'm trying to figure out where in the hell my friend Amanda went, because this girl that has been on this whole judgy rant tonight, I'm trying to figure out what in the hell you did with my friend, because the girl tonight is not the girl.
Are you talking about like all the designer stuff and all that? Like if I was comparing two people? Well, you know what? I'll put it to you this way. I don't know if it's judgy, but I can see where you're coming from. I suppose I appreciate somebody putting themselves together nice. That's all. You know,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I can understand appreciating.
Yeah.
It's like to sit there and think less of somebody because they're not dressed to please you seems a little ridiculous, because
Steve dresses like a hobo and I love him, so I mean,
but
that's good, because there's all sorts of classes of people where
there's all sorts
we are no better than anybody else. Someone in a holy t-shirt could be the most richest person in the world, but you wouldn't know it if you've got this mentality of, they look like shit, I'm not going to talk to them or get to know them, because there's a lot of good fucking people out there that dress like they're homeless. And there's a lot of people in Armani suits that are the fucking shittiest people I've ever met in my fucking life.
I got a good true story about that. When I lived in New Orleans, this guy I knew worked at a car dealership. This old guy come in, kind of ratty clothes, messed up shoes. And he just walked in and stood at the door. And all the senior salesmen kind of took a look at him and went on to doing whatever they were doing, watching the game or whatever. And the new guy, this young fella, went up and asked him, "May I help you?" The guy for his funeral home, bought a whole fleet, like 5 or 6 limos, and paid cash for it. And there was a lesson learned about ratty old clothes and the smushed hat, and true story.
We had that.
He could have been out in his backyard doing something, Steve, and then realized he had to go buy the hearses. And
we had that at Men's Warehouse when I ran the Men's Warehouses here in New Hampshire. These guys did this thing called ups. It used to drive me freaking nuts. It was like, I'm up. It's my up. And there weren't people walking in the front door anymore. They were ups walking in. So you're making sure you got your shot. But every once in a while, you'd see the ugly come out. Or someone would walk in, and they'd do the full judgment, and they go, "Are you up? Are you?" They go, "No, you."
On that one.
Yeah, they don't have. All of a sudden now, they don't know who's up. I'm not sure who's up, and it never. And what I used to tell them was this: can you physically see happiness? Do you know what it looks like? And they go, "What do you mean? Can you draw a picture of happy?" They go, "Well, no. Can you draw a picture of sorrow?" And they're like, "What the hell? Can you draw me a picture of sorrow?" They go, "No. Can you draw me the feeling of what it's like when you lose your wife?" And eventually they start to get it. It's like, because I was of the belief that every one of these people that walked in the door, they rocked the world so much they came in to trust me for whatever their life moment was. And trust me, it seems like no big deal working at a Men's Warehouse, but you're walking in and 1 minute the guy's going, "I'm getting married." All right. And now we're on him. 20 minutes later, there's some guy coming in who just lost his wife of 45 years. And he never had a suit before. So everything is. I'm
gonna say to Jesse, it's sort of. I'll respond by saying it's all relative to what the situation we're living in. So rather than me being judgy, I'm looking at it in relativity. So like, let me think of a good example here. If there's a zillion examples.
I can do it. You ready? There's 3 type of women, Jess. The type you can bring home to mom, right? Okay.
Oh, where are you going?
I know.
The
I was
that you marry.
I'm wondering.
Then the type that you marry, and the high maintenance bitches that you don't want to go near.
And sadly, I'm only giving Amanda shit because I used to have that mentality. I had hair extensions, I had fake eyelashes, I had the fake nails, I had the fake tan and all of that.
Oh, fake tan. You must look brown.
But no, that wasn't my point.
Is that racist?
I was a nice kiss glow where I had the Prada and the Coach and all of the things that I thought would make me happy.
Well, I didn't say they made me happy. I didn't say they made me happy. Okay, here, let me finish my thought from before. I didn't say they made me happy at all. Nor am I going to say that people that a person that comes up to me that if I get a flat tire and the person comes up to me, and they have their holes in their clothes from head to toe and they're fucking nice to me and help me, and I'm going to give that guy a $20 bill just like I would give the guy who pulled up in
right. You're not going to treat somebody differently.
I'm not going to. I don't treat someone differently. However, I'm trying to think of a good example in a situation, Jesse, where. Okay, let's just. I'm thinking something random. Okay, let's just say. I don't know. Call it maybe one of my doctors. I see a lot of doctors. I'm very sick. For those of you who don't know, I see a lot of doctors. Let's just say that I went in to see a new doctor, and that doctor kind of didn't take care of themselves. They had greasy hair. It might have been a bad day. We all have bad days. They kind of smelled and stuff. They didn't really take good care of themselves. And they were trying to, pawn medication on me. But if I saw this other doctor who was a doctor I had in California who dressed herself to the nines. I'm not saying she had designer or anything. She just looked nice. I don't know if she was wearing designer clothes. She put herself together nice. She did her hair every day. She looked at you in the eye when she spoke to you. She presented herself well. If you present yourself to me well, I'm going to have a tendency to gravitate towards that than I am to somebody who's not presenting themselves well. I might question.
See, now you described it. You described it there correctly. I think the problem that I'm not speaking for her. I'm just saying from what I heard. I think the problem was when you were talking about with the holy jeans and not having nice kicks and all that. And I'm in a bar. I'm going to pass it. I think that's where she was.
Well, that in the whole
actually the bar scenario Walmart. Was not that. The bar scenario was about rings, not about clothes.
Yeah, so you guys, somebody dressing from stuff from Walmart with their Kmart sneakers compared to somebody else, you don't know why that person. Maybe that is their new pair of shoes. Maybe that is all that they can afford because their life has turned sideways.
Okay, so in the bar scenario, yes, I agree with you. That could have been mistaken.
Talking about the bar. The bar.
No, but the one that I gave where I said about the clothes or whatever, and I was really making a thing about no ring versus having a ring. But yes, there are. Let me tell you, I'll be the first to tell you. I'm a chick who sometimes dresses like a snobby motherfucking bitch. If you were to come across me in public, you'd be like, her shit don't stink, right? But there are other days, and Steve has seen these days of mine, where I look like a frumpy bitch. But I treat you the same, no matter what the fuck I'm wearing, and I expect to be treated the same. However,
Steve doesn't treat you that way, though.
I'm gonna feel a little more.
He doesn't get up out of that fucking bed and get you coffee. See, and
I'll be the first to tell you, I hate the fucking shoes he wears. I fucking hate them.
Then buy him a new pair.
I tell him, you wear fucking shitty shoes. It doesn't turn me on.
Then
Jesse, am I wrong? But here's the point. Am I wrong for thinking that? Am I wrong for saying?
Because who sits there and looks at somebody's shoes and thinks,
I do.
Your shoes are ugly. It doesn't turn me on. Like, I'm not looking at shoes when I'm looking at a person. I look at their face. I look at their.
Oh, never mind.
features.
Okay, sorry, Jess. I was going to answer that for you.
Well,
Shut up, Michael.
here's my I can
But here's
guarantee,
the deal.
I can guarantee that my shoes that I have on now that I wear to work on a daily basis. cost
I
more than
think
anybody else
you
they have on.
guys are taking what Amanda's saying way too far the other way because look who she's dating. I am not Mr. GQ.
He doesn't really have any money. Sorry, Steve, but he has enough. He doesn't really, he's not rolling in the dough. He's not buying me no diamond ring. He's not gonna buy me a 6-bedroom house.
Ass just to get in this country. Quit worrying about diamonds.
Right, but honey, I'm somebody who's never even had a diamond ring. So you're hearing these things out of my mouth. I've never even been given a ring ever. And I haven't, and yes, it hurts my feelings, but no, I'm not that superficial bitch that's like, hey, why didn't you give me a fucking ring? What's the fuck? What the fuck?
You see this ring? Do you see this ring? Hold on. You see that?
Well, you have a ring. I don't. So,
that's not a fucking diamond ring. It's not even a cubic zirconium ring.
Okay, you see that? I have none. None.
Are you married?
Ever.
The first ring I ever got, I bought my goddamn self because I wanted a ring. And I didn't have somebody to go buy it. Go buy it yourself. If a ring means, then wear it because that is something that you earned. You miss. I get what I want and I don't have to rely on somebody else. You did that. You show that off.
Right.
Don't expect someone else to do it for you.
So I actually I don't think that everybody knows me for who I really am. I've actually been more independent in my life than I've ever been codependent. I make decent money now. I've made decent money 20 years ago. Every car I've bought and owned 6 cars in my lifetime. I mean, I don't think, and I've never judged somebody because they don't. I simply judge people based on how they present themselves sometimes. You need to present yourself well if you want to be taken seriously. If you don't want to be taken seriously, then don't present yourself well. That's all I was really saying. That's why we have classes in life. I wish there weren't classes, but I wish we didn't have social classes, but we do. So we can't take away social classes.
The truth of the matter is that these things have happened, and they happened for years. If you got a young man that walks into a company with his haircut and a nice suit on,
there you go. That's a good example.
I would like an application, please. Or you have somebody that's covered in tattoos with tattoos all over their face and earrings and nose ring and stuff. They might be the nicest person in the world. They might be the most qualified to set up, but their appearance is not what is mostly accepted in society. So,
oh my gosh, my doctor that I had in Texas was covered in tattoos, and it was the best doctor I've ever had in my life.
Right. You can't judge people because of their tattoos and stuff, but it happens. It happens.
Especially in business.
I would just say you're not gonna. I could go the same route and say you're not going to trust the guy that you're about to invest $100,000 with for Fidelity Investments. You're not going to walk into that office when the guy has a Latin Kings tattoo on his face, and he's dressed. He's wearing yeah, exactly, a FUBU shirt. He could have. Yeah, saggy jeans and everything. See, Jesse, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just not going to take you seriously, and I'm not going to give you $100,000 of my money to invest.
I applaud you. I applaud you, Amanda, because you really do stick to your guns.
I do, and I think in order to it's a subject that can be, we could discuss it till we're blue in the face. However, what I just did, what Ohio did, and then what I just admitted, it was a prime example. Would you give $100,000 to a man who had a Latin Kings tattoo on his face? Even though here's what we didn't know. After I talked to that guy for a while, how about I find out that he used to be Latin Kings. He did 5 years in a fucking prison in upstate New York. And he got out and he changed his fucking life around. He's saved. his life is amazing, and now he works for Fidelity Investments, and he's the best investment guy anybody could ever. That's why I read a lot of reviews as well, and I give a lot of reviews and I read a lot of reviews. So it's like my reviews have 170,000 views on Google. So I will say that, you know, I don't judge the person necessarily, but I do have an initial impression by the way you present yourself.
Yeah, initial impressions are a lot, but we also have to remember the old saying that we were always taught when we were kids, and you never judge a book by its cover.
Right. Except for one thing, though, Ohio.
Unless they're wearing Wrangler jeans and Kmart shoes, right?
Right, and Toughskins. Remember Toughskins?
Yeah, I wore Toughskins.
So did I. But
actually, I had to wear the Huskies because I couldn't. You know, I got a little thick.
We all have our things on what we look for in a partner or whatever. You know, right? And for me, it was of course I've known her since we were 15, so it was a little bit different. Okay, but even if I didn't know her since I was 15. All right. If I'm over my parents' house or whatever, she came over and I'm raking the yard and she picked up a fucking rake and helped me rake, you're in like fucking Flynn. If it's snowing like a fucking blizzard and I'm out shoveling the driveway and she comes out and she's got a shovel in her fucking hand, or I drive to her house and she's got a shovel in her hand, she's shoveling her fucking driveway, you're in like fucking Flynn.
Yep.
She ain't sitting in the fucking house filing her fucking fingernails.
Yep. I've shoveled a time or two.
Buying fucking shit on fucking Home Shopping Club all fucking day long. You know what I'm saying? And that's
no matter
me,
hold on, no matter what she's wearing, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't give a flying fuck what she's wearing.
Preferably, it could be she could be out there shoveling in her stiletto heels, but she's shoveling. I think that we need to realize that.
And that's what that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Well, my wife went shopping with like her sister and a few of her sister's friends, and they went to the Coach store or whatever, and they all bought purses except for my wife. And my wife's sister said, "Why didn't you buy why didn't you get a purse?" And my wife said, "Because if I spent that much money on a purse, I wouldn't own anything to be able to put into it."
That's true.
So what's the point of having a purse that costs that much if I have to spend everything I have to carry, to carry a purse?
Or you could look for a deal. I have a $575 Coach purse upstairs right now that I could bring on camera that has a $275 wallet inside of it that I've never used.
Yeah, but you never used it.
But I did not spend that kind of dough on those things. I actually buy my purses.
Let somebody else do it for you.
No. Here's the thing. You have what you have to do is what I do. I'm Deal Queen. You guys know that. You can look nice. You got to be smart. Look for the deals. Right. I will buy purses a season or two ahead of time, and then I'll use one purse for a whole season, and then I'll sell it and I'll make money on that and put it into another one, and then I'll sell that and make money and put it into another one. And I'll buy them on clearance 2 seasons ahead of time. So you have to think 2 steps ahead.
Well, that's my wife.
And I have a $67 Michael Kors purse in the closet as well. That is $375. I paid $67 for it. I'll use it next winter. Do you understand what I'm saying now? You have to. There's a savvy way to do the nicer things. You could do it.
Hey, Steve.
Anybody can do it.
Hey, Steve. Armament Access sent this.
Hang on.
Dan, he's right. Flip-flops in the snow.
I was like, why the hell am I getting a picture of the snow?
I saw a guy yesterday. It's like, I've done it myself, but I couldn't make fun of him. He was wearing shorts.
See you, John.
Good night, John.
Good
one, John.
He was wearing shorts, and it was like, I think the high the other day was fucking 19 or 18 or something.
Right.
But he had a jacket on. It just kills me. It's like the summer. But I do it too, though. In the summertime, I wear shorts and I have a sweatshirt on.
I have a buddy of mine used to do that all winter long at work.
I wear shorts. I wear shorts every day in the winter, and I'll wear shorts and tennis shoes and then a hooded sweatshirt, and I'm fine.
I got capris and a hoodie on right now. Don't judge.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And it's like my wife says to me, she'll go, "Why do you have shorts on with a fucking sweatshirt?" Because I don't know.
Be right back.
Because it's comfy.
Well, also it depends on
Yeah,
how
my legs
how
never get
hot you
cold.
run. If you run hot, like I since after I had my kids, I run super hot. So like I could pull that off. I could wear I could wear the tank top. Like the other day, I wore a flat out tank top underneath of my fleece jacket out, and it was like 30 degrees here, 25 degrees. And if I took my jacket off, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" But then again, I run hot, so. His feet sweat even with just flip flops. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So have you ever met some people that just their hands sweat like crazy? My younger sister, my younger sister, her feet sweat like crazy, and then my older sister, her hands sweat like crazy.
And
So
I
when you
feel
go to
bad
shake
for
her
him
hand,
too.
I know. She would go to touch something, and she would get the sweat all over.
Good buddy of mine,
Yeah.
you could go shake his hand, and he'd do this first. He'd do everything, you know.
Yeah.
And he was all, I'm like,
Yeah.
and I used to say to him, "It doesn't fucking bother me."
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you sweat hog. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
well, you know,
No, but I mean, I walk around with two teeth in my. But this is the thing, right? So I walk around with two teeth in my mouth. What am I gonna make fun of somebody for? Like, what am I gonna like? What, like I give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do I care if you have feet sweat or you have fucking hands sweat? What the fuck do I care?
As long as your shoes ain't at the end of my bed.
Exactly. You know, I ain't rolling beside you. Oh, my feet stink like fuck. That's my wife. She put them out in the fucking. She puts them out in the porch. Like if I fall asleep in the chair and I take them off in the recliner, you know.
Do me a favor, Mike. Try this. This worked for my daughter who had horrible feet.
Charcoal.
Nope. You get your little bottle of alcohol and buy one of those little sprayers from the dollar store or whatever, the little atomizer bottles.
Yeah.
Put that rubbing alcohol in there and spray the inside of your shoes down. It sucks the moisture out. It evaporates really quick, and it kills your sweat doesn't stink. It's the bacteria that grows in your sweat. The alcohol will kill the bacteria.
Really?
You know what else?
You might
know what else will
I'll
kill
do
the
that.
bacteria? You know what else will kill the bacteria and make your shoes stop smelling? You put them in the freezer.
Well, my wife did that. She put them outside the other night, dude. I swear to God, it was 5 degrees outside the other night. I couldn't. I'm going to Bangor, right? I had to go to Bangor on a quick trip, going up and back on the same day. All right, this past Monday. It's 5 fucking degrees out at 3:30 in the morning. I'm looking for my boots. I can't find them. She says, "What's the matter?" I said, "I can't find my boots." She says, "Oh, they're on the front porch." What the fuck are my boots doing on the front porch? I got to put my foot in them. She goes, "They stink." And I goes, "I'm sorry." I says, "I'm sorry, sweetie." I go, "But now I got to put my foot in a fucking cold boot. Are you serious?" And I put my foot in a cold boot. I mean, I could not get fucking my feet warm. I was driving barefoot. All right. I took my boots off in the truck, drove barefoot, put the heater on fucking feet just to warm my feet up because my feet were that fucking cold with sticking them in that goddamn boot. It was terrible. It hurts. Just go stick your boots in the freezer and then stick your foot in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
God,
you gotta
cold.
leave them. You gotta leave them out for a day. You can't just put them. You can't go right from the freezer to put your feet in them.
Oh well, I did. Trust me, it hurts.
But in the wintertime, I wear shorts and a sweatshirt, and people are like, "You're crazy." But then I see these same people that call me crazy will wear a hat like Mikey has on in the middle of fucking June.
Yeah, why? See, that's the one that bothers me the most. Like, I think that's more of the fashion type. Because
It's
there's
a
no way
fashion
somebody's
statement or whatever.
Yeah,
like
there's no way somebody's head's cold when it's fucking 90 degrees outside.
But yeah, like I mean, usually there's like my son will wear like I call them toboggans, but a knit cap or whatever like that, a knit hat. Like
Oh, did you notice this hat, by the way?
Yeah,
Boston.
But yeah, my son will wear one of those like in fucking June and July and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Are you burning up? No, and sweat would be fucking dripping off his fucking down where his sideburns and shit coming. I was like, man, your hair's all sweaty because you're wearing a goddamn winter hat in the middle of July. But they think it looks cool, I guess.
You know what really look cool? If my freaking driveway wasn't frozen.
You brought the weather with you.
Take your
I did
garden hose
not.
out and spray it off. It'll work.
Don't you put that shit on me. Listen,
That's
Ohio. kick
Michigan
my ass.
curse. When you abandon Michigan, it
Welcome
curses
back,
you.
brother.
No, you can't take. Nope, take it back. Take
Nope.
it back.
Sorry, it's a thing. It's
You-
a thing.
Talk
I
about
told
a
you,
challenge.
once you live in Michigan, you're a Michigander for life. Freaking
Amanda?
palm knocker.
Fucking palm knocker.
Amanda,
I gotta go to work soon.
You're a palm knocker. Get over it.
can you kick his ass for me, please?
Which one?
Not mine.
Would you like to
The
go private
Michigander.
for a while,
I have.
Amanda, so you can kick my ass before you have to go to work?
I have.
You know what?
rules.
Like true story. I tried to kick his ass a couple times, and he strangled me. And he nearly collapsed my neck when he strangled me.
You motherfucker.
Hey, did you
Yeah.
learn your lesson?
I had a witness. Ohio was there.
Yeah, Ohio was right there. He hurt my neck, like because he was pissed at my
Let
fucking
me ask you a
running my
question.
mouth.
Well,
Let me ask you a
happened?
let me ask you a question.
What was I there for?
Let me ask you a question.
When I choked out Amanda.
Did you
Oh
learn
yeah,
your
in the car.
lesson?
I was driving.
Hey, did you learn your
Did I
lesson?
learn? Yes, I learned my. Yes,
All
I
right,
told.
then.
I even
Then you
said
probably
sometimes
won't do that again, right?
the Italian bitches, they talk too much
Yeah.
shit, and you
Oh,
get
I know.
sometimes you put the smack down.
Hey,
happens.
I laid the smack on her a couple times.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. He did.
But you said
Amanda,
when
you are
Jess
so
asked you.
mistreated. Why didn't you tell me? I'd beat the shit out of both of them for you.
But listen to me.
Easy now.
Here's the deal.
well,
She was
yeah,
bitching about not
Jesse, not even
Wait,
kidding, not
wait.
even kidding. Steve put his hands on a woman. He put his hands
I
on
don't
a
know
woman.
I don't know how Steve in Ohio feel, but let me tell you something. If you want to kick my ass, feel free. I have one rule. You better be wearing fucking black. That's all I give a fuck about.
Jesse, he put his hands on a
Sugar, I've
woman.
already told you when I whoop your ass, I'm gonna wear my knee-high black leather boots just for you, so that way when I lose one in your ass, you can go see the proctologist.
Don't need the proctologist, honey.
I love Jesse. I love your what. She has one-liners that are fucking killer.
How do you know I might not like that?
Oh, sweetie, I know you'll like it. And then you'll kiss my other boot after I get done.
That's fine too.
I'll lick my boot.
I lick your boot. Yeah.
I don't want you to lick my boot.
You should probably get every gun you can and put aim right there. You probably have to aim a gun at my forehead. And even then, that may not happen.
Oh, sweetie, I got a Smith & Wesson 1911 for you.
It's still not going to probably happen.
He's a stubborn ass Italian man.
Oh, it'll happen.
When I don't want to do
You'll
something.
beg me.
me
You
tell
are
you
gonna
something.
beg me to do it.
Ask
That's
my
how this
wife.
is gonna go.
Ask my wife when I don't want to do something, I don't do it. You know what I mean?
You know, a lot
When
of
I
it
don't
is
want to do something, I tell my wife I'm going to do it, and then I just don't do it. And then she'll start nagging me, and I'll be like, "Listen, I told you I was going to do it, so you don't need to nag me for fucking 5 years."
Yeah,
Right.
you asked. You said you were
5
gonna do
years.
it 8 months ago or 5 years ago. We get tired of waiting.
I'm pretty lenient when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, you know, in my relationships or household or whatever. But I actually have a really bad habit of being a person who puts off. Guess what? I'm going to tell you what I do. It's scary what I put off. I am a person that I have some kind of like childhood trauma when it comes to papers, like mail and papers and stuff. And the mail will come one day. I'll be like, oh, look at that mail another day. The mail will come the next day. I'll look at that mail another day. If I showed you guys the pile of mail that I have in my kitchen, which is about 6 months worth of mail that I haven't actually gone through, I have some kind of weird thing about throwing away papers and mail. It's like the only thing I have an issue or hoard with. And I'll like put it off and put it off and put it off to where it's like the average man would be like this: get rid of your fucking shit, or I'm throwing it away. And I'd be, but if a man throws away a single piece of paper in my life, we are done. We are fucking finito. We are fucking done. Okay.
Well, you don't get her coffee.
Now I know the out.
Hey, have you getting her coffee yet or no? You still not getting the coffee?
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 There's no R in coffee. I'm not from New York. There's no
coffee.
There's no R in coffee.
Coffee. Now, okay. Here's the thing.
What?
When I was in college, I wrote a thesis that was about 25 pages long. And this was in 1998. Whenever it was like on that cusp of when computers were coming out. You motherfucker! You motherfucker! This motherfucker! Yeah, it's like like on the cusp of when computers were first coming out. So we were still handwriting everything, and I had my rough draft, and I was about to do my final draft. I was going to either do it on the typewriter or on one of the computers in the library at school. And my dad was one of those men who did not like any paper anywhere. So I left my thesis, stupid me, I left it on the dining room table overnight. My dad thought it was scrap and pitched my thesis. It was already gone. It was already gone. I think I ended up getting a C- because I tried to salvage what I had left in my mind.
Yeah,
I didn't have another copy.
You have a fear of
Yes.
stuff thrown away.
I have thrown away. So if you he did, and I literally had a nervous breakdown. It was awful.
So
I eventually got a C- on that. So if you throw away a single piece of paper, I panic, and then I'm like, oh my God, I fucking hate you.
Do you have like all those envelopes from like Capital One and Citibank and everything where they send you like, hey,
swear to God that Ohio,
you still have it on your desk?
I have 6 months worth of those over there on the kitchen counter. Because it's because here's my mindset. It's like, oh my God, what if there's something important in there? Oh my God, what if there's something important in there that I needed to know? And I keep everything, right? And it has to be this thing from childhood where my dad threw away too much shit because I don't know. That's the only really major malfunction I really have as far as like living in the house and like putting stuff off or like whatever. It's so weird. Like, and and like even the sound of a shredder gives me anxiety. It's like, what is he shredding? Oh my God.
What was it?
I'll come in with the mail and I'll be like flip right in the trash, and then I'll put like 2 things down on the counter, and they'll be like, what'd you throw away? I'm like, junk mail. What if it was a bill? Well, if it's important, they'll send another one.
Hey, Ohio, that's an idea for my next video, Ohio. I'm gonna shoot fucking junk mail.
Speaking of junk mail.
Oh my God, that'll give me a fucking anxiety. What if that's something important?
Are you kidding me? So here's what I'm gonna do, Ohio. I'm gonna get my shotgun, right? I'm gonna save junk mail for like 4 months or something.
What the fuck? He's gonna do it at my expense too. He's gonna shoot the mail.
All right, the camera.
Oh my God!
You guys, the camera won't work, but you guys gotta just be really, really quiet and listen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
See, and you thought he was your friend.
Yeah, right? I know. He's like a super ball buster.
Okay, so since we moved here, I've been saving everything that comes in the mail, whether it's bills, junk mail, the crap mail for like local coupon crap that gets shoved into an envelope. I've been saving all of it because I'm like, I don't even know what's in there. I'll get to it tomorrow.
Yep, me too.
There was 4 moving boxes of mail, and I had my bitch moment the other day and fucking flipped out from 4 boxes being stacked up that I finally sat down and went through all of it. It took me 6 garbage bags of going through mail that I didn't need. And I was like,
Jesse, that's what I am going to have to do. I have to sit down and go through it. I'm going to have to sit down and go through it. It'll take me a whole night to do it.
I'm going to make targets out of all of them just for you. And I'm going to label my video. This is for Amanda.
I wish you would. I dare you.
It was perfect because it lit up like the 4th of July. All those papers just freaking catching on fire. I was like, oh, this is awesome. It was amazing. And it
Fucking
felt good
Jerry.
after I got rid of it because now I walk into the room and there's not 4 moving boxes full of just stupid shit.
What did you just have like after it was all done? Like I know that feeling when it's all done and you're like, shit, thank God, okay, I got it done.
Yes.
It's like this
It was an
that
absolute weight had lifted off of my shoulders.
Yes.
Like
it's like a zen moment. Like you're like, oh God, right?
Like
But like
it was
it's like
causing me
I don't know.
panic
I know.
to think about having to go through some of this mail because a lot of it keeps getting forwarded to us from Michigan. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
See,
what
you're
in the
still a
hell?
bomb knocker.
Part of the Michigan curse.
You know what? How much you want to bet I have some sort of, it's like I've been waiting. See, this is why I don't throw stuff away too. I know for a fact when I was in the hospital back in what it was May or June, whatever it was. I know for a fact this bill I got, this heart related bill, the company sent me a couple separate bills. And I didn't really believe it, but I paid it out of pocket. Okay. And I was like, I bet you my insurance just hasn't paid them yet. So then I got a thing from the insurance saying they paid it. They paid them. And so that company owes me money. So I keep thinking in my mind too. So I'll panic like that. I'll be like, oh my God, what if I got the mail and it was in there somewhere, the check for that, and it's in there. And I didn't see it. It's in a huge pile over there. And I can't, it's like, I literally can't go through that until I know I've gone through every piece to know that I didn't throw away a check or something. You know what I mean?
We ended up having to pay a lot of bills off when we were in Michigan. And that is one of the things that I kept was unopened mail from all the bills we had paid. And in one out of all of those boxes, I only had one that I had overpaid a bill. And they sent me a check for $12. I was like, $12? Really? Out of all the shit I've paid, you're only sending me back $12? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and cash that check because that was $12 in the bank. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just I just get paranoid that I'm gonna one piece of mail is gonna stick to another and something important's gonna get thrown away. Like for instance, here's another good example. Years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, the IRS gave everybody the option of getting an IP pin whenever you go to file taxes because there was so much fraud happening with all the refunds being stolen that they said, okay, we're going to assign IP pins to whoever wants one. So being the typical me, I was like, oh, I bet I should have an IP pin. Okay. So I signed up with the IRS. You didn't have to, but I signed up with the IRS to have an IP pin. And every year that you file taxes, every taxable year for you get a new pin from the IRS. And if you file your taxes and you don't have that pin, you can't file. You have to go through this whole process of verifying your identity to where they can send you a new pin. Well, the IRS only sends you an IP pin every year one time, and it's one piece of paper. So if Steve is sitting there and he's like, oh, we don't need this, it's just some stupid IRS thing about some tax fraud, and he pitches it, then I'm like, oh my God, do you have any idea what you just did? Like, it's one piece of paper. So that's a perfect example. Like, what if I just got it mixed up with the other mail and I didn't see it? But like, for instance, this year I have the IP pin paper over there and I have it in a separate envelope. I just happen to see it. But what if there's other mail that has important shit? You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Ohio, who made my 10 millimeter that I bought? Can't remember.
Rock Island Armory.
Oh, yeah, Rock Island.
Rock Island Armory, Tess.
I have to read something that Joe wrote because it's fucking totally awesome. He wrote, 1/3 of all women in this country are on antidepressants.
That would be me.
Scary part of that is 2/3 of the women are walking around untreated.
Unmedicated, right?
hey, you know what the funny thing is?
What's that?
I'm the 2/3, bitch.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not
Another thing you got to.
You know what, Jesse? If you have depression and it's not being treated,
Oh, you gotta treat it.
Well, number one, I feel bad. You need to, but number two, it's like maybe you're better off without meds because I've been on meds and now some of these meds for the past 20 years.
All right, Amanda, that went over your head, didn't it? That was a joke.
I don't get it.
That was a joke. We weren't really.
It was a joke. It is a serious thing, but Amanda, I have been in the past treated for all of the mental issues that I have.
I'm just saying they're so addictive. I wish they wouldn't have put me on them because I
didn't like the way I felt on them, so I took myself off of all of the medication.
Not a smart move to do that, young lady.
What?
Without a doctor's watch, don't take yourself off of any med without a doctor watching what you're doing.
Another thing, guys, that you must realize: all women are bi. You just got to figure out if it's sexual or polar.
Right.
I'm totally the polar.
Wait a minute, I don't.
Totally the polar.
What if you're like me and you're a little bit of both? Does that still mean you're?
It's like me. It's like guys. We're lesbians.
Oh.
It's like I don't know. Maybe I think women are beautiful, but I've never been with a woman, so I'm not really technically bisexual, right?
Guess what? So, there's a first time for everything.
That's just called bi-curious.
But okay, that's what it is. That's what I am.
So she's on a bic.
Yeah.
But there was a time back in my early 20s that I was on a lot of different medications and I did not like the way that I felt. And I get tired of being a doctor's fucking guinea pig.
Right.
Or, we'll give you this one. We'll give you that one. And I've been on so many different antidepressants that when I take a pill and I'm on it for 2 weeks and I have the feeling that I should kill myself after taking the pill than I did before I was on the pill, there's a problem.
Right.
So I sat there and quit taking medications. Now, to make myself happy, I go into the woods and I go shoot these awesome pew-pews.
Are you bi-curious too, Gear?
Oh, he's totally bi-curious.
And by the way, Amanda, you're bi-curious. Shalisa said you want to find out?
Sure. If we can actually we can set up something for sure. Like, I'm all about it.
As long as I get to play the video on my Friday night chat and charge people.
Hell to the yeah.
I don't really know, but I've never been with a woman. I've always thought about it.
Very uncomfortable right now.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry that you're a Christian man that we're breaking your values.
I've always thought I think I'm not a full blown. I know I'll never be a full blown lesbian. I couldn't be. I'm just not.
Because you're not a guy.
I'm just not.
The only full blown lesbians are men.
No, but I understand. The women who come off as butch lesbians, a butchie or whatever.
Yeah, you'd rather be lipstick lesbian.
Yeah, I don't really understand that whole process going on.
I know one has to shave their head half off, and
I suppose I don't get that. I'm not angry about it. I just don't get it. And I don't know. So I mean, I suppose you want to call it lipstick.
I don't get people who shave their heads either, especially women. When women shave their head. Yeah.
Tess.
What did they say? I'm not seeing it.
Tess says, I'm gay until it's my turn.
Yes, that is me right there.
What does that mean? I don't get the joke at all.
That's not a joke. Listen, I am all good about receiving, but if I gotta give, I just can't. I'm sorry. I think I'm straight.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have any idea because I've never done all that. But
in the year 2021, $20 is $20.
Yeah. Yes, Shalisa, I know what the definition of.
Oh my God, Gear, I love you, brother, and not that way either. Sorry,
Shalisa, I know the definition of a lesbian is, but if you think about what a lesbian is, men are lesbians, right? Because
not all men, because some men, men
that don't suck a dick, but the one. Let me say it this way: straight men are lesbians because we like putty too.
Mikey, I'm going to lay some knowledge down on you real quick.
Okay.
There's no such
Ohio.
things. There's no such things as chicks with dicks. Just men with boobs.
Oh, okay. All right, listen. It's 2:15 in the morning. So happy VD Day to all you pretty ladies out there.
Happy VD.
Oh,
It's early
thank
yet.
you.
Okay, it's early.
It's early yet.
Some bitch. I could do a chat till fucking 6 a.m. and this some bitch will say, Mike, it's early.
It is early yet.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Mikey,
guys,
it's
what's up?
official now.
What's that?
Today marks 9 years of me being smoke free.
Nice.
Congratulations. Woohoo.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
And my heart still works. 9
You
years
have
and
a
my
heart?
heart's still working. Yay.
You have a heart?
We cannot be without some Ohio, so we're glad you're here, my friend.
Yes, we are. Most definitely.
No, not VD, venereal disease. Happy Valentine's Day.
VD, Valentine.
See, she's a palm knocker too. See, palm knockers don't get
Oddly enough, though, most people do get their venereal disease on this day.
But isn't it?
That and
But isn't
prom.
that what you want when you walk in the doctor's office and the doctor says, "Hey, you got VD"? Don't you jump up and down and say, "Thank God it's not AIDS"?
Right?
Oh my God.
I mean, think about it. I'd be like,
never
"Whoa, I got
thought about
gonorrhea,
that.
yeah, baby." What are you kidding me? All right, listen, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for coming on. Thank you guys for being on the panel. Much appreciated. And I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do one on Friday, but I'll do my best. I'll see what happens. All right, but I do apologize for last night. But I know.
You know what Mike's first words are going to be Monday morning when he gets up to get in the shower to go to work?
I'm so glad I don't have AIDS. Or
that area between in his crotch, and he's going to say,
I'm so glad
"What is that? That's new. I've never seen that before." He'll be Googling shit, trying to figure out
part when he said he found his heart. Now he's proving he doesn't have a heart. He's a lying bastard. I got to deal with palm knockers and Ohioans that think they have hearts. Guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you on Friday. Peace.
Night,
y'all.
Bye.